Baturdays, Baturdays. Omnidog in the Minister of Comics. Talk forever, get right your ergonomics. Taking questions from the chat. With a name like that, you think they talk more about the bat. Baturdays, Baturdays, Baturdays in the BatCave.
Heyo, welcome to Baturdays in the BatCave, where shockingly, we're going to be talking about Batman tonight. And with me are two other Bs besides Batman, Beyond Comics. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Everyone go see the Superman movie.
And Batmantha.
Hi, yes, go and see Superman.
Now,
and see it twice.
Both of you have seen it twice. We were talking extensively in the green room, and then I looked up to see that the whole conversation should have taken place on the air because it was really interesting. But I'm glad that you guys both liked it enough to go twice, because I feel like this is my most anticipated movie in a long time. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised I liked it as much as I did, because I was leading up to the movie release. I was like, yeah, Superman, like I'm excited for it, but I don't know. There were just some things in the trailer, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it as much as I think I will. I was really looking forward to Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four was my number one most anticipated movie. Plus, I've read so much Fantastic Four.
That's right.
Recently.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Superman's just, I feel like everyone's so lucky to have this movie in our lives now and just on the screen, and kids get it's a movie that parents can take their kids to. And I feel like there's been so many DC movies that parents haven't really been able to take their kids to. Like the Batman's not really a kids movie. I don't think the Snyder movies were really that kid friendly, or definitely can't take kids to see Joker. And now you finally have a movie that you can take your kids to see, and to have kids see this movie where like kindness and love is your superpower. That's
I'm so happy to hear that.
I'm not spoiling the movie though.
No
spoilers yet. Jess hasn't seen it yet.
I haven't, but it doesn't bother me to know that there's actual kindness in it, and that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. I already went off on a soapbox on the 1 o'clock show with Jessica and Crazed Cassowary. We were talking about Superman City tomorrow, so I already went off on my soapbox about people needing to be treating each other like they wanted to be treated. But that's great to hear you both. And do you feel like you've both seen it twice? Do you feel like you're gonna maybe see it again a third time or even more?
Yes. Yes.
Sam with the quick yes.
I definitely want to, but I will say that I'm so sick of people in theaters nowadays.
Oh,
so I've never had so much recently where people are just on their phones. Like not necessarily calling people or their ringtones on, but they've just got their screen on. And I get that it's like, it's a movie theater. You're in with a group of people, but if there's a really bright light like coming down the aisle next to you, it's so distracting.
mm-hmm.
And I feel like people just can't be off their phones for 2 hours now. It's too much of an ask. So I want to, but we'll see.
Well,
the first time I went to see it, there was a girl sitting next to me, and it was pretty obvious that she had been dragged there with her boyfriend. She was on her phone like the whole time, and I was just like, get off your phone.
Are you the type of person who will call it out and embarrass them, or
no,
anti-confrontation?
No, I'm silent. No, yeah, I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd have it in me to call someone out, even though it's total bad behavior. But we have now that you both have said that, now I'm for sure going to go to the Alamo. That's a theater chain, a small theater chain here, where if there's any talking or phone screens during the movie, you can stick your card up there's a waitress, so they do serve food, which is kind of intrusive in itself, but I'm willing to trade it off. And the person gets a warning, and if you raise your card again, that person is out of the theater. So there are never, so far, all the movies I've ever seen there have been quiet and nobody's on their phone. So I'm hoping it's like that, because it is. I mean, you're right there, Sam, and somebody's got their those screens are bright.
I mean, thankfully she did have the brightness down quite a bit, but
well, that's
still.
good.
But then, still, once I realized she wasn't getting off her phone, I was just like, I've just got to ignore it and just focus on what's in front of me.
Yeah, that is incredibly inconsiderate. But the three of us, we're all friends. 2 New Zealanders who say they have trouble making friends. They're both here with me as my friend. So you're already one friend ahead in your quest for friendship. The only one we're missing is Peter, and he doesn't know jack about Batman. So he couldn't do it. I made sure he was okay. And Ryan, not my nephew Bragg, is giving the thumbs up to the thumbnail that your partner did, Liam.
Yeah, she's very talented. I'm very grateful.
Yeah, it was really good. Wait, let me look at it again.
Yeah, I haven't even seen them.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I'm looking at it now. That's really
cool.
You
are? Okay.
Yeah,
yeah, it's really good.
You talk about.
Yeah, that is really good. So thank you for that. Yeah, what did we? Well, it's Baturdays in the BatCave with and Batmantha and Beyond Comics, right? And Braggadocia right here. And here's Noir Wolf. Hey now, welcome. And Chris Brogan. Yeah, your last name starts with B. So does mine. Letter of the day is B. Harvey. Oh, you do? Okay. Well, we'll tell you. Tom King victory. Yeah. Okay.
We were actually talking about how bad our memories are, and we can't remember anything that we've just read.
Yeah, and Liam was saying that he takes notes on his phone, and I was like, isn't that something I should do? I'm the one that like gives reviews and stuff. Why am I not taking notes? And I'm gonna start doing that, because I brought a chunk. I brought Tynion's Batman. Everything. There goes my phone. I brought Tynion's Batman. Everything I think you need. I mean, I'll make an explanation for it, but the omnibus is not enough, and I probably should make a video explaining why I think you need more than just the omnibus. But I never upgraded
of Tynion's Batman.
Tynion's Batman, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I can do that pretty spoiler free for you, Samantha.
Well, I've got all of the standard size hardcovers, and so I'm not upgrading to the Omni.
Okay, good. Okay, well that's good, because I'll explain. And I never.
I think a lot of the Joker War Saga isn't in there, right?
It's not, and that's what you really need. You really need this along with the. In my opinion, you need it along with the omnibus, and then. Oh wait, I don't think have I read this yet? What is this doing there? I haven't even read this yet.
Which issues is it missing?
Well, the omnibus.
Yeah.
Well,
Joker War.
Well, Joker War. Batman's plus tie-ins. See, it doesn't give
Doesn't
issue
say.
numbers, but it's tie-ins from Batgirl, Red Hood and the Outlaws, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Nightwing, Detective Comics. But there's a couple scenes in the omnibus, which I have here, and I think it's a boss cover. Is this Jorge Jimenez? Yeah. And there are, well, if you have such a bad memory, Sam, you probably don't mind my saying it because you forget it when you get to this in 2 months because you're still reading Tom
probably.
King. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a part where Harley Quinn gets her throat slit, and then you see her later in the book. Everything's fine. Well, what the hell happened? And you have to read this to see what happens to her in that Harley issue that's contained in this. If you want to know what happened. Now, if you're one of those comic readers that just goes, "Oh yeah, they fixed it, so I'm fine," that's fine. But I definitely needed an explanation from this, which was, I think, Harley 75. But I also, and I don't know if you have these two, Sam, if you have all the hardcovers, I've got Batgirl and Nightwing. I don't have those. I don't know that you really need these. I'm insane.
Yeah, but I'm one of those weird readers that I have to read everything together.
Okay.
So like even now, like I'm reading King's Batman, I'm reading Tynion's Detective Comics at the same time. I've also been reading Nightwing Rebirth at the same time as well. So like I'm just one of those people that I need to read everything all at once.
Well, Batgirl is not as consequential as Nightwing Joker were because, spoiler alert, Joker hypnotizes Nightwing into doing his bidding and calls him like Dickie Boy and stuff. In the omnibus, and if you don't have Joker War, and to a certain extent this, you're going to be going, what is happening to Dick Grayson in the omnibus? So I should make something that tells people that, but I don't know. I don't go on message boards or anything, so I don't know that anybody's complaining about it. I don't even know if Liam cares about it. Has anything I said make you feel like you should pick up Joker War Saga?
I get what you mean with the Harley moment, but I had it as like, I feel like that kind of thing happens in specifically with people's throats getting cut in Tom King's run, and then they're just okay. And it to me, it's like, it's if they're holding it and it's a wound, it's comic books. I don't stress too much over it because usually the creators just brush over it as well. I'm more worried when there's a character in Tom King's Batman who gets a bullet through their head and then is just okay, and they don't explain it. So that kind of thing bothers me more so. So I guess it depends. I read pretty much everything written specifically by Tynion. So I haven't read the tie-ins for Joker War, for Batgirl, Nightwing, and I didn't feel like I missed a beat, really.
Okay.
There's one thing with, I think, Catwoman and a heist, but they explain it in the editor's notes, and I was kind of just like, that happened. And I didn't feel the need to read those additional issues.
Okay. Catwoman and the big heist or a smaller heist?
It's
Like
I'm not sure.
It's the Joker War is about.
It's a heist for the thing that's stolen during Joker War. I'm not sure how much.
Oh, okay.
We're talking. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good. I get what you mean. I know the audience isn't actually prepared for this, where we actually launch into the topic and talk about it instead of 3 hours of ice cream and donuts. So let me As ice cream is a frequent tangent here, I'd be remiss not to mention that Batmantha and I are eating Superman blizzards at the moment. Oh, Batmantha is Norwolf's daughter.
What's a Superman blizzard?
As a matter of fact, Harvey's nice enough to describe it. Superman
Oh.
Blizzard features Dairy Queen's signature soft serve blended with sugar cookie dough, cake batter flavor, and sprinkles. It's also dyed blue to match Superman's iconic suit. Thank you, Harvey. You anticipated Samantha's question, and boom, there it is.
You guys have so much cool stuff. Like whenever movies come out, you guys get, you go all out.
You get the cooler
We've only
popcorn
got-
buckets.
Oh yeah,
I did
those
see.
look so cool.
Yeah, they do. I did see the popcorn buckets. I think I might still have it up here when I was talking about. There's a Guy. Have you guys seen the Guy Gardner one?
I'm not sure
There's
I
a Guy
have.
Gardner popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
Is this the
I
bowl
haven't
cut
seen that.
one?
Yeah.
I think it's fake, but it was very
Oh,
funny.
it is? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was real because it makes sense. Okay. Well, there's a couple of really cool. There's a couple of really cool crypto ones, and then there's the newspaper vending machine. Which do they?
That's my favorite.
Yeah. Do they even have those? Have you seen that, Samantha?
I don't think so.
Let me see if I can get it. Oh, they've changed all the controls on this. What is this? Is this? I don't want to click it and then you guys are gone. Okay, share screen. Superman popcorn bucket. Okay. I have the Guy Gardner one pulled up there right here.
That's funny.
I thought it was real. That's me. But if you have $125, I just left okay, share this tab instead. Okay. Do you see this? The Superman vending machine
that's cool.
popcorn. And then this is the drink cup. And this is ridiculous, of course. $125. Dude, I am not paying you $125.
They are quite expensive though, right? I think I've seen people like you can already go to your cinema and get the Galactus head.
Oh, for
Like,
Fantastic Four?
Yeah, and that seems quite expensive.
Like $40, 30, 20,
I don't know.
25.
I can't remember. I've got the memory of a goldfish. I can't remember.
This is a cool one though. I will say this is cool. Where did that? Okay, it's right there. So yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna be jonesing to get one of these, but I think it's cool that they do it. What else is there? I know this is real. The Superman trunks. Have you seen those? This you can, and then this one is killing me. This one of crypto right here, holding the popcorn bucket. Am I sharing properly or did I not? I am not
There's
sharing
nothing on the
properly.
screen.
Okay.
I think I've seen that one. It is really good.
Smothery Lion said that Galactus is 80.
80. Well, I'm not paying $80 for something like that. Wow, thank you, Smothery Lion. Here's okay, can you see this? The trunks right here? These are Superman.
Is that real?
Trunks. Yeah. Jessica's the one that pointed it out to me. Yeah, here are 3 of the popcorn buckets right here from AMC. The trunks, and then the shield, and then like the fortress right here.
Wow, you guys are so weird.
Boy, you were just saying we were so fun that we'd really get it up. Now I happen to like this crypto.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I have to say this isn't a spoiler or anything, but the CGI of crypto in that movie is incredible. That it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Yeah, no, I completely lost my grip on reality when I saw him in the teaser, and I didn't want to see any more. Because Crypto just reminds me of me being 8 years old again, reading Superboy, and the fact that James Gunn was smart enough to put him in this movie, I just think that is chef's kiss.
I was actually asking Liam a few days ago after we had seen after I had seen the movie. We were sort of discussing crypto and comics with crypto in it. But you'd probably know more about it, Jess. Like, are there any crypto stories that you would recommend?
Crypto-centric stories. Those.
There's a new video idea. Everyone's going to want to read crypto.
That is a good idea.
If you Superman 712 takes place while Superman is off in space. It's after Infinite Crisis, so Connor Kent has been killed. And it's a wordless issue of Crypto looking for Connor and having memories of him, like throwing manhole covers and chasing him around. And
that's the cover.
Exactly. That's exactly the cover. And Nate, the guy who wrote the song Baturdays in the Batcave and the one for Omnicat, he got that cover tattooed on his forearm. He loves that issue so much. It's for the most part wordless. It does deal with some scenes from, I feel, Infinite Crisis, but it's heartbreaking and touching that Crypto's going around looking. Superman's off in space and Connor's not around anymore, and so Crypto's lonely, and so he's running around looking for where he thinks Connor could be. And I would say start there, and if you like that, I'm sure I could figure out more Crypto comics.
I just saw that issue is included in the Superman by Busiek Volume 2 hardcover.
712 is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Because it falls in a weird place. It's a fill-in issue, 712. Busiek wrote it, but somebody writes the book. Whoever was writing it right through there, they needed a break and they stuck the Busiek issue in there. So good. Okay, good. Well, you'll get to see it then. I don't know. I can't remember what was happening at that time in the 700s in Superman, but I think it's the best Crypto story there is, because you really, if you don't want to get into Silver Age Crypto like I did. I was 8.
The DC Finest that are out right now, right? The Superboy.
Yeah. Actually, let me.
Oh,
you muted yourself.
Yes.
I unhooked the microphone. Let me grab that one, because I don't know that I can recommend like this DC Finest. I can recommend.
Oh, yeah.
This is awesome. Oh, there you go. That's awesome. Superman Family. No, that's the Turtle one. Turtle Jimmy. Yeah. Okay. This features. Well, I glitched right there, but we're back. That was a little bit more of an adventure than I meant it to be. These are primarily Silver Age issues, and they're I think they're fun for the most part, but I mean, this is not how I picture Crypto really looking. Look at that. What is that? Is that really a dog? So it's not the classic super dog that we're used to, that looks more like a kind of a white Labrador. And I don't know, he looks like some kind of terrier in the movie. I don't know.
He's so cute.
Oh, I know. He just looks awesome. These are all Superboy stories from probably the 50s, but this is the stuff that I would get at the bookstores for 10 cents each. And I don't know. He's fun, but I would have to really work on it to find something better than 712, because that's go ahead.
I recommended if you've read in Morrison's New 52 Superman, the Action Comics run, there's I think it's issue 13. It is that makes me choke up when I read it.
That's a Crypto issue?
Yeah, but it kind of leads up to it. Like he shows up he's teased in the issues before it. It's the one where he's, if you recall, he's like the Phantom Zone is involved and he's kind of a ghost and he's there, but Cal doesn't know until he does. And it's very well written.
Yeah, okay, that's right. That's gonna
Do you like Morrison's Superman, Jess?
I don't think it's his strongest work.
Okay.
I own it because I read it and thought it was okay for what it was. There's a lot of people that don't like it. I tend to give New 52 a bit more of a break than other runs, other jumping on points, so to speak, because that's the New 52 is what got me back into comics, pulling comics monthly, or weekly rather. So I'm gonna do thing with a couple friends of mine, where we're gonna have a DC New 52 appreciation video, like once every 6 weeks, just talking about how much fun even some of the bad stuff, they were giving it a shot. They were giving people, should they have given Hawk and Dove to Rob Liefeld? That's debatable, but they tried it and it was almost decent. That's the closest I've ever found his writing to be readable. So, and they, Hawkman wasn't strong. There's some other things, but Superman by Morrison, it's so odd. Superman and action was okay, but Superman didn't get really good until the end of the line when Gene Young Lang took over, and it was the final days of Superman. It's when they're getting ready to kill off New 52 Superman and introduce Rebirth Superman, which is kind of heartbreaking because that's when he gets the most interesting. He's dying of sun poisoning or whatever it was. I can't remember what it was, but that's when it gets good, when they're finally going to kill him off. I don't know. Do you have the DC app?
Yeah.
I would definitely read like the first 10 issues of Morrison's. Actually, it's Action, I think. No, it's Superman. Superman. Okay, if I were you, I would read the first 10 issues, and if you like them, then you should get it, because you'll know right away.
I've wanted to read it for a while anyway, so I think it's on sale on Amazon right now. So
okay, well, you'll know right away because it starts differently than most Superman stories do, and that's a good way to try it.
I personally love that run. I think I went into it with kind of low expectations because I was told by everyone that it was awful, but I'd read the New 52 Superman that I think was it Scott Lobdell on the main Superman title on New 52. I think it was, and it was not good. It's very
Superman. The Superman was Grant Morrison. This one,
that says Superman on it, but I'm pretty sure it collects Action comics.
Oh, is it Action? It is Action.
Yeah, you were right.
That's what I thought. Action was good. Scott Lobdell wrote Superman?
I think it was. I could be wrong. Maybe he wrote just some issues, but it wasn't good. I didn't read that much of it because it was very painful to read. But Action, I really like. I think that there is a bit of a through line in all of Morrison's work through that to All-Star Superman, even, which is my favorite, probably Superman story.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think I've read that. I think I've read someone say that all of Morrison's Supermans are all sort of tied together, right? Like maybe New 52 was the beginning, and then I can't remember what he wrote in the middle.
yeah,
and
it goes to All-Star Superman and then to DC, like the 1 million Superman, the gold one. But they're also kind of different if you look at, like, you know, it's the same with like Frank Miller's Year One being very different to Dark Knight Returns, but you can kind of see a through line in there if you look for it.
I thought you meant Superman Year One.
Because it's Grant Morrison, I will say that you will be confused, but it's on purpose. So there's things that happen because of time travel, I'm pretty sure was most of it, where things will show up. You'll look at panels and you'll have no idea what is going on, but just trust the process and keep reading, and it will make sense later, because there's a lot of that. And I remember I stuck with it and I was confused, and then they explain it later on in the book, and I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. And I really like it. So
I'm dying now. I want to know who wrote Superman New 52.
This is so cool. I feel like I'm getting so many like Superman recommendations, because I thought for quite a while that I didn't know much Superman. Omar asked me to be on the Evergreen show that he did, was it earlier this month or last month, the Superman one, and I was like, I don't know enough Superman to even be a part of this. And then I was quite surprised that I had read like all the Superman stories that had been mentioned, and I was like, oh, I've actually read more Superman than I thought.
And you're the one that suggested I make the Superman video that I made. New 52. To Superman, blah blah blah. Okay, this is not what I wanted. Action Comics, blah 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 blah. Give me Superman. Wikipedia. I'll deal with it later. So no, I agree with Liam that it's definitely the stronger one. It says Superman, but it's Action. So if you're going to read it, you're going to want to watch the first 10. Read the first 10. So of the ones that I did on Superman, I know that we're going to be talking about Batman. This is the ice cream portion of the.
We've hardly mentioned Batman.
Yeah, well, that goes along with how I run the show. I listed 10 books that you can see before or after. Do you have a number of those that you feel like you've read half of them or all of them?
I think you had mentioned All-Star Superman for All Seasons, which I think that's my favorite Superman story I've read. You did All-Star Superman, which I had just read right before your video came out, which I loved. You mentioned Kryptonite Nevermore, which I've got, but I haven't read it yet.
Got that, yeah.
Birthright, which I've read. I can't remember what else you had on the list. Jess, I'm sorry.
Jeff, no, it's fine. Jeff Johns and Gary Frank.
Yeah, I haven't read any of that. Anything. I've read Secret Identity.
Oh, good.
That's like the only Busiek Superman I've read.
And I think I said it. Okay, but I think that was one of the books I suggested.
Yeah, I think so.
And have you read Superman Smashes the Klan?
Yes.
You've read almost all the books I suggested. Yeah. That's awesome. What about Darwin Cook's Kryptonite?
No. I was going to read that on DC Infinite.
That's the one that I think people overlook. That's
100% agree.
Okay, good. Thank you, Liam.
And Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow.
You've read that?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't recommend that because I felt like it was so Silver Age specific, where it was closing the door on the Silver Age characters and really embracing the new direction it was going to head. But it's also one of my favorite Superman stories ever. That Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow.
It was really good.
So, yeah, Darwin Cooks, and it's illustrated by Tim Sale. That kryptonite, just roughly, there's a giant stone of kryptonite that comes to Earth, and inside it is a sentient being, and it is so interesting. What happens to Superman, and what happens to the kryptonite, and how people try to take advantage of the kryptonite and the sentient being that's in there that wants to help. But it is so well written, and I feel like it's under the radar. I don't know that it's gotten anything like a deluxe. It's too thin, I think, for an absolute.
It does have a deluxe.
I think it's got a deluxe.
Oh, it does have a deluxe. Okay.
I think they just reprinted it.
Okay, good. Well, why do I have the crappy trade paperback then if there's a deluxe? What the heck? Okay.
What do you think of John Byrne's run?
I'm a little. Personally, I've always. I think it's fine. I think
Okay.
there are other runs that I like better, but I think for a lot of people who grew up with it, that's their Superman, the Man of Steel. You know, they grew up in the maybe, I think it was in the 90s with it, and so if they started with Man of Steel, that's going to be their Superman, just like Nightfall Batman is their Batman. So I think it's fine. I enjoy a lot of parts of it. I'm glad that he finally got the okay to have Clark and Lois get married, and there's a lot of strong bits in it. I haven't. It's been a long time since I've read it, so I feel like there's other. I think my favorite run is the Rebirth Superman by Tomasi and Gleason, with Jonathan in it as a little kid. That's got some of my favorite moments ever for Superman.
I haven't read that yet.
Oh, that is something it's an omnibus, and
yeah, I've got it. I just
oh, okay.
I haven't started it.
Is it two?
I really want it. Sorry?
Is it two omnis or just one?
It's just one.
Just one. Big, must be big, because I had
it's massive. And it's like
Yeah.
it's quite expensive here, so that's one that I picked up secondhand in Hong Kong. I wrapped it up in my jeans and threw it in my suitcase.
I did keep the deluxes, but there were 6, so I know it must be pretty chunky.
Yeah.
After that, you should read Super Sons, because that is, I mean,
I need to get that.
You'll be just smiling from beginning to end. That Super Sons and Tomasi's and Gleason's Superman, it's just so fun. It's just so energizing and exciting and interesting, and it doesn't have to be about the monsters of the week. You know, I think in the 80s they leaned on monsters of the week. Even Busiek's run a little bit had monsters of the week in there. Whenever he was fighting, you know, Superman would fight some monster. But I will say Busiek's run is really quite good. I really do like it.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you've read everything except for Darwin Cook's Kryptonite. That's awesome.
And Kryptonite Nevermore.
Okay, that's true.
Have you
But
read
you own it.
Warworld?
No, I want to. I can't wait for that Omni.
I'm getting that Omni, and I have everything in standard hardcover.
His run is continuing as well later this year. I think they've announced a 12-issue series so far. I don't know if that's going to be all of it, but I'm really looking forward to him returning to the title.
Philip Kennedy Johnson?
Yeah.
He has a real that thing, I mean, the whole foundation of that is hope. That there's oh wait, did you read Tom King's Up in the Sky?
No.
Oh.
No. I still need to get that.
Oh my god.
That's one that I was gonna read it. Yeah, I was gonna read it digitally, and I was like, no, I'm gonna get the deluxe.
Yeah, there's a deluxe. That might be the perfect Superman book, because what Superman goes through to rescue this girl who's been stolen from Earth so an alien can study her. He has to make deals with Darkseid. He has to interact with various alien races that have so many odd different customs. What Tom King puts Superman through, and how determined Superman is, and how that little girl never gives up hope, is so creative. And I will say now, favorite Superman book ever. And I will die on that hill.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to die, but if there's a hill and the book's on it, okay, I'll die on that hill. That's kind of a creepy. I don't know why they say that. I'll die on that hill.
No, I was only asking about. I just was curious about your thoughts on John Byrne's run, because that was like the first, I guess, real Superman that I had read, and I loved what was in that first, the first hardcover. I think I've read that a couple times now, and I can read that in just one sitting. It's just I really love that one. I thought it. I don't know. I thought I just didn't enjoy it as much as it went on, but I think I need to do another read through before I start Exile. But with Warworld, so there's Rebirth, right? And then the Bender stuff comes right after that. Which I've heard everyone's like, don't read it. I probably will read it. And then it's Warworld, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's right, Liam, right? That's when the beginning of Warworld starts, right after Bendis's run.
Yeah.
It goes on quite a long time.
Because I think Bendis was on both Superman and Action, and Philip Kennedy Johnson's run starts with like 5 issues in Superman and then moves to Action Comics.
And then the Warworld saga. See, Jessica didn't. Jessica, when we reviewed Warworld, I don't know if I told her in time that she got to. I can't remember if she read it in time or not, but the omnibus will collect Superman and the Authority by Grant Morrison, which is actually kind of a crucial part. To understand what's happening on Warworld, you really have to understand Superman and the Authority. And it's a really neat part of Warworld. But boy, that's a properly great saga, stretched out over a long period of time. The foundation again is hope, and how I don't want to say too much, but how he is on Warworld and faces insurmountable odds, rallies the troops. That's all I'll say. The storytelling is and the artwork both combined to make a really, really good Superman book. I can 100% recommend Warworld Saga.
Okay.
But okay, Blizzards. Hey, CNSS. Javi, this is from an hour ago. I bet you guys.
No, I'm not watching AEW.
Are you really? Is that what you were just?
No, I'm not.
Probably, yeah. You have to see it at 9 a.m. Yeah,
I love being in the cinema though with a room full of people. Like the first time I saw Superman, it was full, but it was like an older sort of audience. And everyone was quiet throughout the whole thing. And when I went yesterday and I took my 12-year-old brother, it was more kids, like younger people were there. It was mixed, but there was just like a good mixture of people. And that one was really cool because you got to hear everyone laughing and being like, oh, just being surprised, and yeah,
yeah,
it made for a more enjoyable watch.
I agree with you on that. That the one time I ever saw noise in an Alamo that I joined in on was Avengers Endgame, when they get snapped back into existence and they come to, Black Panther's leading the hero's return. Everybody, including me, stood up and cheered to that. And that was like a moment. You're right. You get to share a moment with other people.
Yeah.
That was really great. Casa de Finch went last night at 8:05. There was only like 20 people. Nice. I'm not looking at reviews. Here's Hondo. Happy Baturdays. I remember a bunch of stuff from Tom King's Batman that was running simultaneously with Tynion's Detective. King was appointment reading, while I would often let Tynion pile up. Boy, I personally really love... this is the best Batwoman book that's been written since Greg Rucka's and J.H. Williams' Batwoman, because she's in charge of the Bat family in this. How far along are you in this, Batmantha?
I've only got like 7 issues left.
Oh, okay. So you've read the whole thing. So you know how important she is and how amazing it is. The Clayface is in there. And
I just got up to I just finished the Clayface issues, where something happens to Clayface.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And that story, I loved. Those Clayface issues, and then the annual, which I think was the origin. I loved them. Those are my favorite issues in the whole book. But I think I mentioned something similar to Liam before the show started, that I've actually enjoyed Tom King's run a little bit better.
Yeah, I think it's time.
Which I was really surprised by.
Yeah, I think it's time we went over what you said to me in Discord, where Samantha sent me a message. I've just started King's Batman run. I'm 25 issues in. When does this get bad? And I just laughed at it, and I said, that is such a great attitude, because I don't think it's bad. I think it's great. The only tricky part, and I didn't mind it, was Gotham and Gotham Girl, and you had already gone through that and you enjoyed it. And this is my favorite one, the Double Date, and that's a couple issues.
I love the Double Date. I was reading it on DC Infinite, and I was screenshotting like all the pages. It's great.
And then there's, at the end of the Jokes of War and Riddles, and Poison Ivy takes over. You've read this, right? Because this is just after Double Date. And they have to bring in Harley. I mean, they're overwhelmed, and it had Poison Ivy has taken over things just because she's been kind of mentally destroyed by the Jokes of War and Riddles. And this scene is the one of, I think, an incredible one, because Selena and Bruce are talking to each other, and Selena says, how can we? And Batman's, I don't know. You're used to Batman having all the answers all the time, and this is beyond him. And eventually they do figure it out, and I really love that Harley has to be brought in to help, which of course I think is great. And the art is fantastic in this. The whole run through, the art is just fantastic. And so I I don't think the run ever gets bad, and I think you're going to be delighted with it. I just think that's so funny. When does it get bad? Because so many people have been bad mouthing it, and you're like surprised.
Yeah, well, that was why I was quite surprised, because I was actually like, I thought I wasn't going to like it, and I think that's why I was quite nervous to start it, and why it had taken me so long to start it. And then I remember reading the first issue, the one that introduces Gotham and Gotham Girl, and I don't love them, but I really enjoyed that first issue, and then especially the I Am Bane arc.
Yeah.
I thought that's my favorite Bane story ever. I really, really, really enjoyed it, and I just thought it stayed as good or even got better as it went on. I'm only up to like issue 55 or 56. Yeah, so I've still got a bit to go, but I've really enjoyed it so far.
The
Double Date issue, oh my god,
was
if people watching this haven't read the Double Date issue, read it. It's so good.
Oh yeah, I
love the moment when they're on that ride and they're going through it, and like Superman and Lois are just being normal, like, oh yeah, that's nice, and then Catwoman is like on top of Batman.
And I love when Lois and Catwoman switch outfits, and it's like Lois is like, you fit into this, really? So I think
and Superman's giving Batman his costume, and he's like, the S stands for hope, and Batman's like, the bat stands for bat, or something like that.
Yeah, this is and Lois and Selena get along, and it's just a really sweet, fun issue. And not everything has to be end of the world, apocalyptic, Justice League saving everything. I like slice of life stories like this, where you can see them with their guard down and just see them as the people, they are people. And Lois and Selena end up like besties in it, and Clark and Bruce have trouble admitting that they're besties, but they are. And I thought this. Wait a sec. Was this the issue where? Oh yeah, where okay, wait. Who is this? Is it Batman and Wonder Woman that gets stuck in the 1,000-year war, where they're I can't
remember what issue that was exactly, but yes.
Yeah, and they get stuck there, and the horde is everlasting, and it goes on for a while, and they finally are the realm, year 10. Yeah, that was a really interesting, well done story where they're both pulled into the realm to fight in a fight, and how they feel about each other, and how things are between two warriors who are escaping death all the time in this year 31. And I don't know. I thought that was a really good one, because it was a nice change of pace before Poison Ivy takes over the entire world. And rightly so, the way she was treated and the way she wants things. This was not she was a broken person. So I get it. And I'm going to digress really quick, that I think this has nothing to do with Tom King, but in Deceased, Tom Taylor writes Harley and Ivy's relationship, just in the little bit that he does, so well. I really would love him to write a book about Harley and Ivy, because I don't think it's more than a couple pages, but wow, there was chemistry and understanding between them. And I just thought, like, so many people sort of clunk that thing. They may lean too heavy into the goofiness of Harley or the desire to kill mankind by poison ivy. So, but he brought it down to really carefully caring for each other. And I feel like I really wish Tom Taylor would I don't know, just write a solo story of them. Oh, here's a question for you, Samantha. What about Batmantha's thoughts on Nightwing Rebirth since you're reading it? I enjoy that run and think it's underrated.
I think I'm only like 16 issues in. I've only read up to Night of the Monster Men, but I've enjoyed it so far. But I'll probably read the whole thing once I've finished Detective Comics. Only 7 issues to go.
Does reading Stephanie Brown as Batgirl and Red Robin do anything for Tynion's detective run? Stephanie is she spoiler? Who's
Yes.
Orphan? I forget who Orphan is.
Cassandra.
That's not, Cassandra is. There. I don't know. What do you guys think? Did you know anything about Spoiler and Orphan going into this? That it was former Batgirls?
I did, but I haven't read the Stephanie Brown Batgirl series, and I still haven't read Red Robin. You know, the pre-New 52.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think you need to read any of those. You can just go straight in.
Okay, I felt the same way because I read the Cassandra Cain Batgirl and the Stephanie Brown Batgirl after I read this. Those are still great stories, but I don't think you need to know anything about it. Oh, it's common on creator-centric omnis. Snyder's is missing so many crossovers. Okay, that's right. That has to do with the throat slit thing. We'll call it the throat slit problem. No, I am not going to ask them if they have popcorn. I understand New Zealand has popcorn. Just give it a rest, pal. Oh, they were selling the FF ones. 80, that's right. Oh, and here's the biggest Superman fan ever. Hey, oh, Jess, I love Superman. 10 out of 10 for me. I would place this number 3 behind Superman the movie. And Superman 2 is super amazing. More to say on... Oh, you guys leave me alone. I made one goofball mistake. Jeez. 102. Superman newspaper box, popcorn bucket, 30. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, you can order it. It looks like you can order it from the AMC theater itself. Okay, I don't have room for that stuff anymore. I used to. I'd have been on top of that. That thing must be really solid for them to ask $80. I mean, it must be hard plastic and giant.
It looks pretty big from what I've seen.
Yeah, it looks massive, and I think a lot of people are like a lot of toy collectors are going to get them as well to display behind their Fantastic Four figures.
Oh, okay. Oh, here's Lance. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Good evening, Omnidog, Batmantha, Beyond Comics, and chat. Just saw Superman for a third time. I know recency bias is real, but this might be my favorite comic book movie of all time. I have a feeling it's going to be mine too.
Yeah, I think you're going to love it.
No, I haven't revised my policy, but we're talking about it in pretty general terms. Yeah, Harvey just saw it. No, you didn't break a rule. I'm just trying to stay out of finding. I don't want to find out anything more than I have to. Oh, I don't think I knew this. Crypto had an animated series called Crypto the Super Dog. Oh, there is a book that I think is written for young adults, but so it's not kids, but for young adults. It's with Crypto and Ace the Bat Hound. And I think it's pretty funny. I'll have to look for that. It's really funny. Batmantha, you need to check out the new miniseries called Crypto, the Last Dog of Krypton. That's awesome.
Yep, I'll wait until it's in.
Oh, you're pulling a crisis. You're typing while you're talking.
Yeah.
Good for you. Okay, that's exciting that we've got a crypto movie. Crypto Days.
They really need to do more. Like, I think I want to see some more Superman merchandise.
Well, I want a plush to be hanging on.
I don't want to spoil it, but there's like crypto toys that you can get your dog.
I want it for me though.
Yes.
I don't want it for my dog.
A crypto plushie.
Okay, I want it. That's great that he's getting his own comic book. Obviously, they're working on the strength of how he appears in the movie. Wait, what is this? Oh, and Streaky is just plain evil. That's Supergirl's cat. I figured out what you said. Oh yeah, that Morrison crypto issue. No, Lance, you did nothing. You're fine. You're fine. Everything's fine. Peace and love. I have no idea what's going on. Beyond the oh, you got busted in Discord? Not by me, AS. I didn't say anything. Doc Elevator, I love Morrison's Action Comics. Had a couple issues published out of order originally for art reasons, and it confused people. But I think it works great when collected. Maybe it's just like how we were talking about, Liam, beforehand, how King's Run works better when it's collected.
Definitely, yeah.
Because I read Action, that was one of the things I was pulling monthly. And maybe Doc's right. I can give it a reread, and maybe I can enjoy it better. Ash Nightable loves Morrison's run. Bunk. Hey, Batmantha is back on Baturdays. Happy Saturday, Sunday to everyone on the stream and in the chat. Good to have you here, Bunk. I love Rebirth Superman, but don't like that it's mired in New 52 Superman shenanigans. Okay.
There is a bit of pre-reading for sure.
Well, yeah, you need to read Road to Rebirth for sure. Lois and Clark.
You need to watch the video that you did on it to explain what you need to read before you jump in.
Well, when was that from?
I know you did a stream with the minister
okay.
going over them.
That's right.
You explained, yeah.
Yeah, okay. What were you going to say, Sam?
Lois and Clark is in the new Superman Omni that's coming out, right?
Yes.
The one by Jurgens?
I saw that.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the really I saw Jurgens at Heroes Con, and I told him I got down on my knees because he was sitting at his table, and I got down on my knees and I said, because I had the book and I got it signed by all three creators. Especially I went to Jurgens first and I said, this is not only the best Superman book you've ever written. This is and he's written a lot of Superman. This is the most important Superman book that's been written because it's the blueprint that we've been following for the past 10 years on Superman. And I didn't know what he was going to say. He said, thank you. When I turned the script in, a higher up in DC, a very high up in DC came to me and said, well, we didn't think you could do it. And I looked at him and he said, they weren't criticizing me. They don't believe in the character that I could make him that interesting. And I'm like, his own DC doesn't even believe in Superman, their own creation. And he said, well, it was a while ago, but yeah, it exists, and I was just astonished at that they would say that to him. But I am a big believer that comic has set the blueprint for everything forward. I'm sorry we didn't get young Jonathan for as long as we should have. Some of that is made up for with Super Sons, which I wholeheartedly, unreservedly recommend. So, you know, everything's a mixed bag. You never know. New 52 Superman shenanigans. Superman New 52 was George Perez. It was? George Perez wrote that? Yeah, George Perez started on New 52 Soups. Not great. Gosh, I don't even remember. Well, okay, it was, 13 years ago. And as I share with both of these guys, as soon as one book goes in my ears, the other stuff all comes out, and that one book resides in there until I read the next book. I feel so much better. What cover did you check out? Was that Superman 712, or was it different?
That could have been 712. There was another one.
Oh, Superman 170.
Yeah.
Crypto nearly takes out Mongol to save Lois. That sounds like a good Crypto.
This is the cover.
That's great. I have I'll get it in a sec. I have a cover that Adam Hughes did of Crypto, and it's great.
Jess, are you going to do a video on your show talking about, are you going to do a Superman movie review?
Do you think I should?
Yes.
I don't know what to do. You're the one that came up with the idea for this Superman video. I'd be happy.
People want to see more Superman. Anything about Superman, I think right now, take advantage of it.
Yeah.
You love Superman, so talk about Superman. Do more videos talking about Superman.
I can. Okay, that's my wheelhouse. Superman and Batman are right in my wheelhouse. I have sweatshirts with Superman logo on it that I can wear. Yeah, sure. I'd be happy to. I want to see it at least 3 times. Superman Kryptonite is a great quick read. Oh, now this is a book I haven't read, but I heard it's great, by Mark Waid. Last Days of Lex Luthor is a nice read and sequel to Birthright. I never had even heard of this until the Superman Evergreen. Mm-hmm. That somebody put this up, and
Cody mentioned it.
Cody did?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm with you, Doc. Superman Unchained by Snyder and Jim Lee is clunky, but still a good standalone Superman book. I'm going against the tide of people that don't dig it, but Jim Lee's art, and I felt Scott Snyder wrote it well. Have you read that, Liam?
Superman? I have. I like it. I think it's interesting. It's not like the first Superman story I would recommend, and I wouldn't put it up with like Birthright or anything like that. But it is worth reading for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. It takes a lot of undeserved hate, I think. What up, Jewish Dragons? Good to see you. The Burn Run being split up by 3 Superman titles. Oh, are we talking about the Triangle era? Is not the best reading experience, in my opinion. The Man of Steel mini is great, though. Superman, Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow Deluxe is still available on in-stock trades. Nice. I don't think I have the deluxe. I think I have standard hardcover or something. Rebirth Superman is so wholesome. Love it. I hope everyone are doing well. Hello, Michael. If not, may things get better for you. Well, I appreciate that. what's another wholesome book is what Jessica and I reviewed today, Superman City of Tomorrow, which is coming out in a compendium. We have it in 2 thick trades. We generally really liked it. We had on Crazed Cassowary as our special guest, and she gave really good insights as to what she thought of it. I have to read book 2 still, and Crazed Cassowary, I already read them both. But that's a very wholesome book, I feel like. There's a lot of good Clark and Lois and Superman and Lois at home type interactions, and it's really it's really wholesome. That's really the only word I can think of. Wonderful spending Saturday night. Sorry?
Do you know when that comes out?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think it might be this month.
Okay.
Let's see. I have Superman. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Superman Busiek and Superman Warworld. Those are coming out at the end of this month, which are both great gets. City of Tomorrow. Okay, that looks like it comes out the 3rd week of July. So this is a big Superman month, well planned. So all 3 of those are worth getting.
Which ones? City of Tomorrow.
Superman City of Tomorrow. That's going to be a compendium.
Yes.
And book 2 of Superman by Busiek, volume 2, and then the Superman Warworld Omni.
Okay.
And if you forget, maybe I should just type it into your. I'll type it into your Discord, right? Your Discord thing right now.
It's all right. I've got a little document that has all my most wanted books coming out. So I'll
okay, good. For anyone watching, by clicking the like thumbs up button, it helps the channel you are watching to grow. Thank you, Michael. Thumbs up. Oh, here's Craze Cassowary yourself. Hi, Justin friends. I thought this was a Batman show. Y'all are talking more Superman than during the Superman show this morning. We love all comics.
Yes.
Rising Phoenix. Good to see you, Jess. Would you recommend Superman Action Comics by Dan Jurgens Omnibus? Yeah, I would, because it's more action oriented, and by whereas Superman by Tomasi and Gleason is a little kind of leans into slice of life type adventures. These are more typical superhero action oriented adventures, but they're good because Dan Jurgens is a good Superman writer, and it starts off with Road to Rebirth, which you have to read. I'm telling you right now, Rising Phoenix, you must read it.
One of the most important Superman stories, according to Jess.
Ever written.
Ever written.
Right.
Put that on the back of the book.
That's my blurb. It's Bendis Warworld with more PKJ material after. Oh, and then Joshua Williamson. Okay. We're just talking about Superman the movie. Do you want to that I haven't seen yet? I like Beyond Comic King Patricio 2099. I like Beyond Comics bookshelves.
Thank you.
Those they have glass doors for them.
Yeah. It's just the IKEA ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those billies. I think Liam's shelves is what like when IKEA finally opens here in New Zealand in December, hopefully, I want to replace all of these with those thin billies.
There's no IKEA in New Zealand.
There's about to be.
You finally found something that we don't have in New Zealand.
How did you get those shelves?
There's some
you can get them imported.
Import them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully, when the actual IKEA opens, they will be significantly cheaper.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But yeah, Liam's shelves have inspired me to replace these with thin billies.
Yeah, those are super nice with the glass doors. Really nice. Action Comics 775 is an important standalone issue that introduces Manchester Black, and he is important to Superman and the Authority.
And he shows up in the Rebirth Tomasi run as well.
I think they just announced this morning as well that 775 is going to be collected in the, was it the Our Worlds at War omnibus?
Oh boy.
The road to the volume 1 or whatever it's called.
Our Worlds at War. I can't even remember. I don't even think I read that. Best Batwoman since J.H. Williams is an incredibly low bar, though. I beg your pardon. Okay, since Greg Rucka. I thought J.H. Williams did a decent job fleshing it out. Why am I wasting time talking to you? Get out of here. On your left.
You were talking about Endgame.
Yeah.
We were talking about what?
Endgame? Avengers Endgame?
Oh, whoa. Damon Lewis, happy Baturdays. Thank you, Jess, for introducing me to some of my all-time favorite Bat stories, including that Tynion run. That is the nicest thing. I always love hearing that somebody likes something that I recommend. That gives me impetus to keep doing this. Thank you so much, Damon. That means everything to me.
Damon, have you read Tom King's run?
This Damon. Have you read you read the Tynion run? So did you read Tom King's Batman? It's almost like saying Bruce Captain America is the best Bucky story in decades. I'm not sure that's the proper analogy, but you're making an effort. So, oh, now this is a correct take. King's Batman never gets bad. Everyone who disliked it was insane. You can stay, Harvey. I like it a lot. I do think King's run stalls for 10 issues or so towards the end. That's the Bane part. That's the really Bane part. I don't know.
Sorry, you go, Sam.
You go. No, you go.
Okay. I think I might know what Doc Elevator is talking about. There is, I think it's book 5. It's before City of Bane. There's a stretch of like 8 or 9 issues that's like a dream sequence.
Oh,
thing, and that just doesn't end. It just goes and goes and goes. And I am not a fan of dream sequences pretty much ever. I think they're very often used poorly, and that was the only part I think of the run on this most recent read through that I just didn't enjoy. It was a slog, but everything else I think is good.
So for Christmas, you're not asking your partner to get you Night Terrors.
No, I was not a fan of Night Terrors.
I have a problem with dreams too, and the last thing I need is to hear about superhero dreams.
Liam, you said that was in book 5?
I think so. Hold on, I wrote a note for it.
I don't think I'd be up to there because I'm just at the end. I think I'm at the end of book 4.
Yeah, I don't think you've gotten there yet.
Okay.
Yeah, book 5.
Great. No, I was going to say before that my I guess my Tom King Batman hot take would be that I actually like it more than Snyder's run.
Okay, wait, I have something for that. I have a banner. Let's go. Hot takes.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I just enjoyed it a lot more.
I think I might have too, as much as I love the first half of Snyder's run. The second half, I still like the second half, but it just wasn't as strong as the first half. Yeah, I might be with you, Samantha. That I really, really did like King's run, like above all else.
I just remember, like, even this is going to be another hot take. Even like Court of Owls. So I read Court of Owls for the first time during COVID, and I remember being like, "Oh my god, this is like I didn't know that this is what Batman comics were like now because I hadn't read like anything in so long." And I was like, "This is amazing. This is incredible. I want to keep reading it." But I didn't keep reading it. I went back and read so much like post-crisis Batman. So, you know, I've read nearly everything post-crisis. And then when I started reading Snyder's run, I didn't get the same feeling I did the first time I read it. Like the first time I had read Court of Owls, I just didn't enjoy it as much for some reason.
Huh.
I don't know if that's because I had just read so much like post-crisis Batman and that early stuff, like the late 80s going into the 90s. Like I love that stuff. That's my favorite Batman.
Oh,
and
cool.
I just didn't enjoy Snyder's run as much, like nearly as much as what I thought I was going to. And yeah, even something like Court of Owls, I didn't enjoy that as much after reading so much Batman as I did, you know, before I read all that Batman.
Yeah, well, I don't know no, I don't know. I don't know how much of a hot take it is that you enjoyed something more than something else. I mean, we're all different, and
I think it's a hot take to not love Snyder's Batman because everyone loves it.
Okay. I've been listening to enough people.
I did really like James Gordon though as Batman. I did.
Oh,
I did enjoy that. I did like Mr. Bloom.
Oh, okay.
I thought Mr. Bloom was really cool.
Okay, now that's a hot take. Yeah.
And there's two issues towards the end of New 52 Detective Comics, which I thought were like some of the best issues from New 52 that I read.
Who wrote those? Was that David Finch?
Was that Rosenberg?
Rosenberg.
It's the two. I could be wrong. It's the two issues where a plane lands in Gotham, and like everyone's dead, or everyone's like ill.
New 52 Detective is something I did not make it through to the end.
I didn't really like most of Detective Comics.
No, that first issue where Joker carves his face off, cool. But then it just goes downhill. David Finch takes over at some point. It goes further down. I will not be buying the New 52 run of Detective. I was not into it. Did you enjoy that, or did you read it, Liam?
I didn't. There was so much Batman coming out at that time, and I sampled a few of the titles, including I think David Finch. I can't remember if he wrote it as well, but he definitely drew it. The Batman, The Dark Knight, and that I didn't enjoy that series. And I remember just liking overall the Batman by Snyder and Capullo the best, and so I just stuck with that. But I agree with what you've both said. I think actually Tom King's run, although it starts at an issue 1 after a reboot, I think it's less new reader friendly than Snyder's. I think if I was going to recommend like a first run, Snyder's is still better. But I think once you've read more Batman, I think there's a few things that come up in King's run that just make more sense and will resonate with you more if you've read more. Specifically as well, like if you haven't read Nightfall, when Bane shows up, he's got like a whole squad with him. There's like a guy with a bird. If you haven't read Nightfall, you're going to be like, who's this guy with the bird who shows up? Is helping Bane. It's so random. Yeah.
Also, the Detective Comics issues were issues 35 and 36, and they were written by Benjamin Percy.
Oh,
that's
boy.
Called Terminal.
And wait, you said you liked those? Those were a couple.
Those were some of my favorite issues in all of New 52.
Oh, in all of New 52. Okay. Well, maybe Benjamin. I hit a wall after the first couple of hardcovers with Tony Bedard. No, sorry, Tony S. Daniels writing it. I think, and I never kept up with it.
I think
So,
I like a lot of Tony S. Daniels' art, and there
yeah.
was, I think, something in the first few issues of Detective Comics, and I just could not understand what was going on. Like, the art was, I can't remember, it was something to do with the penguin. It was, I think it was someone flying through a glass window, and I was like, but I couldn't quite understand it. And then I went on the DC Infinite app to see if I could see it better there. And then I think I got online to see it. Like, are other people having problems with this? Like, can anyone figure out what's going on here? Yeah.
Yeah, Tony S. Daniels and David Finch, as writers, they are great artists. That's what I will say about both of them. Oh, it jumped ahead. Okay, no. Eric, I like King's Batman. I can imagine frustration over slow pace on a per issue rollout, but collected, I have a blast. Annual 2 is one of my favorite single issues ever. Is Annual 2 is that the one where they grow old together? Batman and Catwoman? I don't. I wonder where that is. I know
it is. Actually, I think it is. I think I really liked that issue as well.
Yeah, it was really touching. Really touching. But I honestly can't remember if I read it separately or if I read it in Annual number 2. Okay, it's in this book. Because this book has everything. Book 2, book 3. Wait, where's Annual? I could just read this over and over. This book 3. It's just too fun. Oh, maybe this is what it is. Maybe it starts out the book. Yeah, this is it. It's got that covered like this. That's the Annual. Yeah, Eric, you're right. I really, really loved that story. We're just heaping the praise on this King Batman run. How is it that when does it get bad? It doesn't get bad. It was super great. Now, here's your answer from Damon. Tom King's run I could never get into, but that third volume is amazing throughout. And of course, Mikel Janin's art alone makes it worth the cost of admission. Harvey getting the torches and pitchforks out. Boycott Scott Snyder. People complain, but there's a reason it's been the most requested Omni. Yep, you're right, Doc.
Yeah, and Jewish Dragons asked in the chat, is there a Tom King Batman omnibus? And yes, that's coming out soon. I don't know when.
Yeah, but I think very fine condition. I think DC's like really paying attention to him, which is amazing. Yeah. Sazmurf, I really enjoyed the double date.
It's so cool as well when Omar does these DC videos now, and Dustin Kitchens is in the chat actually interacting with people and listening. Like, that is so cool.
Yeah, that is amazing. And he was in the Superman Evergreen, I think, for the first hour or so. That went like
I think he when Maddie gave her picks, he said that some of these actually are Evergreen.
Oh, okay, that's right. I really enjoyed the double date issue. I would have liked to see Lois and Selena hang out more after this. I agree with that. He wrote their relationship really sweet and charming, I thought. Loved Super Sons. AS double date issue was great. Ultimate Spider-Man has a very cool double date too. I haven't read any of that Marvel stuff. I've been concentrating on trying to catch up on Batman and Superman and other stuff. And then, of course, my huge Superman video. How much I like the movie as requested by Sam. Now that I think of it, we need a World's Finest story with just Lois and Selena. That'd be boss. Oh yeah, I saw that spoiler figure. It really does look good.
Yeah, I've pretty much stopped collecting McFarlane's because I think they're stopping next year, but there's still one or two that I'll probably pick up.
Yeah, I remember
Spoiler's
that.
one of them.
Yeah, Spoiler looked really good.
Spoiler, and I'm trying to get a hold of James Gordon, the new one.
Is it just him, or is he in this
Yeah,
suit?
it's year one, and he's in like his outfit.
Yeah.
He's got the coat and everything.
Yeah.
I think it looks really good.
Lars says one of the greatest Poison Ivy stories, Hot House by John Francis Moore and P. Craig Russell in Legend of the Dark Knight issues 42 and 43. Okay. Oh, the Galactus popcorn bucket has light up eyes. There's my $80 getting spent now.
That explains why it's $80.
Yeah. Finished AEW and I'm back for Batman talk. And Samantha is talking to him in a different language that I don't recognize it. Cycle runs a tight ship on Discord. I like his style. Is this AEW Saturday Night Main Event, or is that a different wrestling?
That's another wrestling show. So I think there was 3 wrestling shows on today, and it's just too much.
Wow.
And then there's another one tomorrow, the all women's show, Jess.
The what?
Is the all women's show.
All women?
It's called Evolution. Mm-hmm.
Huh. Not me writing it down right now.
I think it'll be really good.
Okay.
I think the women have been screwed over by scheduling, so I think they'll be wanting to make a statement.
I like it. I'm all for strong female protagonists. Yes, I need Jess to see this movie before the stress kills me. Okay, and did you read this from Javi? Oh, I think you did.
I did.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. I very much enjoyed it. Hangman versus Mox was fun. I don't think any wrestlers will top what Okada and Omega do. My favorite rivalry. I am biased, though. AEW is my favorite.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of AEW. That's another wrestling company that's like WWE's competition. But I do watch WWE just because it's on TV here. Well, AEW is too, but I can't watch every wrestling show. There's just too much. But I do think the best wrestlers in the world really are at AEW.
Referring back to when I talked to Dan Jurgens, that sounds like a Dan Didio thing to say. You could be right. He wouldn't tell me, but now that I think about it, Doc, yeah, maybe so. Do Superman review now. I haven't done it. I haven't. Just do it. Yeah, just do a review and connect all the comic references.
That's actually a really good idea.
That really is, Paul. Connect all the comic. What this says. Yeah. Yeah.
But one thing I love with MCU movies is sort of seeing what came from what issues, or like this came from here and this came from this bit, and yeah, I think it's a great way to get people into comics that want to read.
Connect all the comic references. That is awesome. So when I forget it, one of you two need to remind me, okay? Because I'm going to text.
I'm going to forget it in 5 minutes.
Okay, Liam, it's up to you. When I write you 2 weeks from now, after having seen it 4 times, I'm going to say, what was that idea? Because I don't have anything to write it down with right now. Jess, your memory is fine. You answered. Oh, yeah, you answered James' Jeopardy question on Yellow Kid. Yeah, that was a tough Jeopardy last night. And Jess, I would love to see you do a review after the watch a movie. Okay. Jess, you should go live immediately after seeing the movie from the lobby of the theater. Mark Wade thinks Last Days is one of his best books. Awesome. That Jim Lee art is kind of crying to be in an absolute. I get it. As soon as I walk out, that's funny.
The people have spoken.
They have. Superman Unchained did have an interesting moment about how over time Superman will lose everyone. Batmantha pulling up all these covers live on air is rivaling Kristen's ability to pull books. Yeah, Kristen is very good at pulling books. July 22nd, the compendium comes out for World of Tomorrow, City of Tomorrow. Oh, you're going to go see Macy Gray? Ooh, her voice doesn't quite do it for me, Hondo, but Palace of Fine Arts, you live your awesome life in San Francisco that I'm jealous of. Yeah, Millie the Model is boss. I fell in love during this year's poll. So is there, we all love King's Run. So, and as far as you've read it, you enjoyed it. Did we talk about Tynion's Batman enough? Because I
think you guys should talk about it more.
Okay. Because I feel like not only does it need some of this supplemental material, but on the flip side, I thought it was well told. I thought it was interesting. Ghostmaker shows up in issue 100, and then Zdarsky does an in-depth history of him and Bruce Wayne in the night, which is Bruce is going around the world getting trained by all the experts and everything. And Ghostmaker and his real identity get fleshed out a lot more. I might say that you should read that before you even read this. You'll understand how important Ghostmaker is to the book, to Bruce and Gotham. Have you read that, Liam?
I have, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I think they kind of brush over it a little bit here, but yeah, you're right. You get more time with him in Batman the Night. How did you feel about him as a character? Like in terms of, obviously he added several new characters in the run.
Yeah, I think he's very interesting. And when you read Zdarsky's The Night, you understand what his motivations are. But it shows why Bruce is so different and so unique in that he won't kill, and that's Ghostmaker's. He says Bruce is just not tough enough, and the Gotham will never be solved as long as you don't kill anybody, because Ghostmaker was getting ready. Okay, Ghostmaker was getting ready to kill Clown Hunter, who was getting ready to kill Harley Quinn. And I thought Clown Killer, it was a Clown Killer?
Clown Hunter, I think.
Clown Hunter. I think he's an interesting character. He's just a young kid. That because this Joker war broke out all over Gotham with various factions. But Harley at this point in the Joker war, she has gone from anti-hero to like active hero. She's trying to help the Bat family, and that is carried over into her Stephanie Phillips Harley Quinn run, where she's tells Batman she really wants to be able to help. So Clown Hunter is going after Harley for the wrong reasons, And Ghostmaker, I don't know, killing a teenage kid because he's misguided. I draw a bit of a line there. Now, I haven't read the second half of this with Miracle Molly, so I don't know who she is. I don't have bad feelings about Punchline. I think people felt like he was just creating characters, but I think you have to create new characters, give them a backstory, make them interesting, because you can't keep relying on, Leslie Tompkins. God bless her. I hope she's in everything, but she was created 40, 50 years ago, and you need some new characters. And Punchline, I think, is way more psychotic than Harley ever could be. Punchline was killing people to get Joker's attention. And when you open up, let me see if this is the book. It's Punchline. Yes, I read this. Is this where she's poisoning? Yeah, she poisons. She uses her version of the Joker toxin to kill people and get Joker's attention. And they finally pair up. And I haven't seen it as romantic as much as I've seen it as a mentorship. She's genuinely nuts and a murderous nut. So I'm not against the creation of these characters, because if they didn't add to the story, then I wouldn't dig them. But I feel like she adds to the story. What do you think about the three characters that I just mentioned and their contributions to the moving the story along?
I totally agree with most of what you said. Especially, we have had these characters for so long that it gets to a point where you just end up reading, oh, here's another Joker story, another Riddler story, another Scarecrow story. And a lot of them end up repeating the same beats. At the same time, I think, especially when you're dealing with a universe that has lore for 80 plus years, you don't want to just throw everything at the wall and then just forget about things that don't stick. I think you should be kind of meticulous about what you are adding. And so I like that some of the new characters, they're not just a total new thing. They do build on some of the existing stuff that we know. So for example, you haven't gotten to it yet, but Miracle Molly is maybe one of my favorite new additions. And her group, kind of the origin from that comes from Mad Hatter, which is quite interesting. So when you get to that, I'm interested to hear your thoughts.
I'm excited now, because I've only seen her on like the cover of the comics. So does she show up in Fear Saga or whatever? Fear State?
Yeah, there's an arc before Fear State called The Cowardly Lot that kind of leads into Fear State. And she's in both of those. So she's in Fear State and before as well. And I would highly recommend as well, there's a Secret Files issue. I think it's called Secret Files, that Tynion did for all of the new characters, I think. So there's one for Clown Hunter, there's one for Miracle Molly, there's one for Peacekeeper 01. I'm not sure if you got up to him yet. I feel like that might be in the next arc. And the Gardener, but they're just one-shot issues that kind of tell you the background of them. And the Miracle Molly one is really good.
And where do these appear? Do they appear in the books? Or
so I would have thought that it would. I imagine they'll be collected in the Omni. Surely they'll collect it in Volume 2. But I think it's just called Batman Secret Files Miracle Molly. It's on the DC app, so you can check it out there.
Okay. I've heard a lot about the Gardener, because something happens with Poison Ivy, and then the Poison Ivy books that I've been reading that I love so much are after whatever happens with the Gardener, the repercussions and her trying to break away from it. So I am excited to read about the Gardener. I realize now that I tend to read up to a certain point, and then I jump into the future, and I've got a big hole waiting for me to fill in the gaps. So, because I'm ahead in Superman, I'm I read ahead. I haven't read too far. Well, no, I'm stuck. Not stuck. I'm right here with Tynion's Batman. But I've read on Poison Ivy is a perfect example. I don't know what happened to her to make her like she is in the book. The book's great, but I haven't read it yet. I mean, I haven't read who the gardener is and how she had whatever had a pull over Ivy.
Yeah, I think she's a fun character as well. With the other ones, I think I do quite like Ghostmaker because he reminds me of the character from Batman the Animated Series. That is actually, it's a villain in that series, where it's another ninja who trained with him. I don't know if you remember, but it reminds me of him, and so I do quite like him. Clown Hunter, I'm not so sure on. I think he definitely needs to be locked up. Like he does crazy things. He's like hanging up Joker goons on poles, like their body, and rigging them with explosives so that they kill other people when they come. Like, I think it's meant to be other Joker gangs, but what if like cops game? It's just insane. And then Batman kind of says, "Don't kill people or I'll stop you." And then he just continues to do it. And then Batman doesn't really do anything. So I don't love him quite as much.
Okay.
Punchline, I think, is interesting. I think that she kind of is like, this modern interpretation of, or a variation of Harley Quinn, where it's someone who is obsessed with a serial killer. And so I like her. I think that her dynamic with Harley is interesting as well.
Yeah, and that's a good way to put it. Not Joker, a serial killer. She's obsessed with a serial killer. And I liked the basis of the Joker War. What the central idea was. It wasn't just mayhem for mayhem's sake. They actually had a goal. Joker and various other criminals, and I don't want to spoil it for you, Sam, but it's what they're going for is super impactful on Batman, and I thought Tynion did a good job with that, making it not just mayhem on Gotham streets. This had a specific thing it was trying to do, and it was definitely going to affect the Bat family, although they didn't know it. They were busy trying to put fires out in the Joker War, and when they finally found out, I thought it was really well handled. I thought I'm skipping around things because I don't want to spoil it for you, but I felt like the whole Omni was really well done, and I like the characters. I get what you're saying about Clown Hunter needing to be locked up. So
is that only the first half of Tynion's Batman, or is that the whole thing?
No, the omnibus. No, that's the first half.
Okay.
I don't think Fear State and Cowardly Lot and other things haven't been collected yet. I think that's probably what you still have in your books. You have Cowardly Lot.
I've got Abyss as well, which he didn't write, but I think that comes right after Fear State.
Yeah, that's the Williamson stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's Cowardly Lot. Well, no, we've already been through Ghost Stories because that was Ghostmaker. I'd have to go in the other.
I was just looking at you held up before the Punchline hardcover. So those were all backups, right? And are those stories in the omnibus?
No.
Okay.
It's collected here.
Okay.
I loved everything about this, except I think it fell off at the end. But I'm still keeping it because I thought it was interesting. And I think she's going to be, she's used right. I think she can be a very interesting, deadly character.
And he also wrote Joker, right? And
yeah, and that's
have
right.
you been reading that?
Yeah, for some reason I brought it in, and it looks like I have been reading it. It's really a Detective Gordon story. Oh, it's been so long. Oh boy, it's been so long. I might as well start over.
I think there's a compendium of that, isn't there?
Oh, of the Joker by Tynion?
I think so. Or just the complete collection. I think there's 2 Joker books, and one is a compendium, and one is a
Oh, I don't think I knew. I feel like there's 4 of these or something.
Yeah, I think James Tynion wrote 12 issues, and then I think there's another 12-issue series or something like that that's called Joker Last Laugh or something.
Okay.
Let me go. I'm going to unplug myself for a sec.
I'm trying to look it up now.
I think the Joker series was meant to be included in the omnibus, though. Did it have those issues, Jess?
Sorry?
Did the Tynion omnibus have the Joker issues in it? Because I think it was meant to have some of them.
Joker Warzone, the Joker 80th Anniversary Special, Joker number 14, Batman Annual, the Joker 1 through 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so it did have.
Okay. So there's 15 issues of that.
Of the Joker?
Compendium. Yeah.
Okay, so then there's 3.
I'm guessing those will all be in volume 2.
Well, they only included 1 through 4, whereas there are 3 books of this. So yeah, maybe the books 2 and well, I don't know. They need to do the rest of volume 1. Co-written by Matthew Rosenberg. Is that who took over Joker?
I think so.
Sounds right. Yeah.
Batman, Joker 1 through 4, Batman, Joker, and Joker 14. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start over. I started this so long ago, and I don't know, that bookmark is just laughing at me now. I'm gonna have to start over.
Jewish Dragons is asking if all of Joker War is inside of the Tynion Omni. Omnidog was saying before that it's missing some stuff. So I think he was going to do a video.
What do you know what time that was?
It's the most recent comment.
Oh, I have to go way down. I'm so far behind. Okay, so is Joker War on side of it, or do you need to get all the side Nightwing and Batgirls too? This, I might do a video, Jewish Dragons. I was telling these guys that I was thinking about doing it because it depends on how you want to read Tynion's Joker. At the very least, I think you should read Joker War Saga with the along with the omnibus, because it fills in a couple of important parts. There's one part. And I also have the Nightwing and Batgirl omnis. I'm going to give this more thought before I actually make it, but Nightwing gets hypnotized by Joker, and so he has really weird behavior in the omnibus. But to some extent, it gets explained in here, Joker War Saga. Batgirl, I don't know that this really is important for the. I don't know how important that one is. But. And it also has, I think we talked earlier about Harley getting her throat cut, and then all of a sudden she shows up and her throat's fine. Well, you find out what the repercussions of that throat cutting, how she got it back, how she, there we go, how she bounces back from getting her throat cut. Some people are okay just saying, okay, she got her throat fixed somehow. Somehow Palpatine returned, but
I would recommend at least getting this and reading it with the Omni. This one does go into more detail about how Joker hypnotizes Nightwing into Dickie Boy. So I you know, these things are probably not too expensive at this point. I kind of like all the information. That's what I want. How it happens in the omnibus. So that's my answer there. At least get Joker War Saga. Oh, here's Phenomenal AC. Thank you. Smash that like button. I'm about to fall asleep. Yeah, you should. Batman by Tynion. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Order it before you fall asleep. Jimenez drawing punchline is Chef's Kiss. You are correct. Okay. What do you remind me about? I'm going from the bottom, working my way back up.
It was something Superman related, I think.
Oh, the video? Doc, Dan Didio was on a heater for weird editorial decisions around the end of his time there that affected King's Run. That's interesting. Jess, did you read Adam Strange comics back in the day? Yes. Great Carmine Infantino art. And I thought it was a really cool thing that they had where he'd get zapped and brought back to Ran just randomly. This is true. Sean Murphy's White Knight trilogy is a masterpiece. Jakob. The Cassandra Cain Omni is inevitable.
Yeah, I think that's coming.
Uh-oh. Fine. I'll revisit the King Run. I've been wrong before. The three of us have liked it a lot so far. Oh, this is what we were talking about. People hated when a certain Flashpoint character showed up.
Did they?
Did
How
they
did you
hate
feel
it?
about it?
Okay, now I'm forgetting.
No spoilers, because I don't know. I don't know if I'm up to this.
Right. We don't want to spoil it for Batmantha, but that wasn't in Tynion's run, was it?
No, that's talking about King's Run again.
King's Run, yeah. The latter part of it. I'm not sure. Did people hate it?
I definitely didn't. I thought it was really interesting, and it like has an appropriate like epicness for the story. I don't know.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
I kind of agree with you, Liam. I think it adds to the story. Okay. No. Oh, letter extraordinaire Tyler Smith. Welcome. Glad you're here. Is there a Tom King Batman omnibus or only OHCs? The omnibus is coming out. It has been announced, so there will be. Also, what's the relationship between the King Run and the Batcat wedding story? Is that one and the same thing? It's I'll just say what I say, and then I'm going to be interested in what Liam has to say. That was a horrible decision by DC marketing to make it a big deal. Issue 50, the wedding. Actually, Samantha's read it too, so we can hear her opinion. To send out invitations and make the wedding seemed like it was going to be the wedding. And I thought that part in the book when Selina's sister kind of intimates that he's never going to be able to stop being Batman, and Selina just looks at her and goes, what? And she realizes that this can't happen. They can't get married. Now, would I have loved to have seen Bruce Wayne on the beach in Hawaii just having a cocktail and just like, okay, Nightwing's got it covered. I'm just gonna have a few pops here and honeymoon. What would Batman's honeymoon look like? It'd be awesome. But that was King didn't write that to be a wedding issue. He wrote that to be a reality issue of why he can't get married. They had a wonderful romance leading up to it. I think they still have a thing going, but DC mishandled that badly, and Tom King is the one that suffered the repercussions.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just want to talk about, there was, like you talked about the invitations being sent out. I really loved the issue where Joker goes to that guy's house and he's waiting for his invitation.
Oh God, that was
terrifying. I was like on the edge of my seat the whole issue. Like,
you're right. It was truly terrible. That's one of the few moments in comics that I've been truly terrified. That thing. You're right. You identified it exactly right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And what did you think of the marriage and stuff like that, Liam?
I mean, I went into it on this read through knowing what happens, and so I felt like that kind of helped. I think if you look at the whole run, including what comes immediately after it, including what happens at the end of the run, and including what happens in the Batman Catwoman series that Tom King did as kind of like the end cap to his run, I think it all works perfectly, even with the editorial interference of like, yes, they're marketing it like they're going to get married, and then what actually happened. I actually feel like it wouldn't have been a problem if they did officially get married, because I mean, Superman's been married before, and I think that the point was that he can be happy. That's what Tom King was trying to do in his run, right? Like, what would Batman be like if he was happy? Can he be happy? And so I don't have a problem with it. And I think that given his restrictions of not being allowed to let them get married, how he handles it in the end, I think is as good as any writer could have. And I think it's done in a way that makes sense and isn't just hand wavy of like, so I'll be interested to hear Batmantha's thoughts once she reads the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading Batman and Catwoman. So is that Tom King's, that's what he wanted the story to be?
I believe so. That's why I think everyone kind of understood it as like he got to finish his run, but it wasn't in continuity. Although it could, it's like, it's an ending, so it could be in continuity. It might not be. It's Black Label, so continuity is what you want.
I'm really looking forward to reading that. I got quite excited, thinking that they were going to get married.
I would have liked to have seen it, just because I would have liked to have seen what a writer could do with that. Are we going to see Bruce Wayne dancing on a dance floor after a couple of pops and then they go off to their honeymoon? Does that make him lose his edge? I don't know. He's had his edge for a long time. Maybe he needs to blow off steam. That's what I would have liked to have seen, is how it was handled. Give me 6 issues of it, and then he can go back to being the tortured soul of the night. But it's not bad to let him have. Everybody else can have fun. Flash was married, and other characters are married, and Batman's always got to have this nightshade, death edge grimness about him, and I don't know. I really like the idea, and obviously it can't happen, but it would have been cool. And one of my favorite statues that I got is by Joelle Jones, and it's Selena in the wedding dress, and it is awesome. It is really cool.
I loved the issues leading up to the wedding as well, like with her stealing the wedding dress as well. I thought that was great.
Yeah, that was in. Okay, wait. Was this in book 3? No, it was in the 4th book. I think that's where the Joker, the wedding, and the fall of a hero. Oh yeah, that's right. And she and Joker practically kill each other. I forgot about. Oop. Yeah, you've read that because it's before the wedding. Okay. I'm just looking for where he where Joker.
Wait, what? Were you talking about the issue with Catwoman and Joker?
Yeah, where they're in that church.
And it's like it sort of feels like Joker's kind of jealous that Catwoman gets to marry Batman.
Oh, he's not kind of jealous. He's very jealous.
He's very jealous.
Yeah, you're 100% right there. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I was looking for the part where Joker has Joker was in that guy's house waiting for his invitation, but I don't remember where it is, but it was super freaky, terrifying.
I remember having to look for that because it wasn't when I did my read through, but I remembered it. I think it's in apparently DC Nation number 0 or something, one of the free comic book day issues, possibly. So it might not be in those books.
Oh, wait, but I had to have. It's in this book.
Oh, they did include it? Okay.
Yeah, I just saw, now that you said what you said, it does say DC Nation 0. Is this where he leaves the KG Beast? Oh yeah, this is cool. He leaves KG Beast in the desert.
I'm not up to that yet.
Okay, I'll stop.
I think that's right where I'm up to.
Okay.
But we can talk about Cold Days though, which I told Batmantha was maybe my favorite arc in the book. If not, it's up there in his run. What did you think? It was like 12
angry men. It was like 12 angry men in comic form.
Wait a sec. I just passed it. It's right before the wedding.
Cold Days?
Cold Days?
Cold Days
is after the wedding.
After the wedding. Okay.
It's the jury one.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. That's really cool where Bruce is on the jury. That. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was like 12 angry men.
You're 100% right. Okay, here it is. Yeah.
I thought it was such a unique idea for a Batman story that I hadn't seen before, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think I read that last night.
It put him in such an unusual position, Bruce Wayne. Yeah. Oh yeah, and having the Batman put on trial, so to speak, with Mr. Freeze. Yeah, yeah. That was awesome. Yeah.
Wasn't who was Batman at that time? Was that Dick Grayson in the costume?
Yeah, I think reporting to Commissioner Gordon because Bruce was in jury duty.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like that.
That's a great story, and Lee Week's art. That must be what we were just talking about. Samantha Jane, glad to hear you're enjoying them too. Sorry, this is from.
Yeah, I don't know what I was talking about then.
Well, he's glad you're happy, so that's good. People search for I remember being excited that Layman was being put on detective because of his chew, but it took a terrible dive. John Layman wrote detective? When was that? I don't have
Wasn't that when we were talking about Detective New 52?
Yeah,
Oh.
he's credited on that book.
Oh. Yeah, the whole thing took a dive.
I just need to take a break for like
Sure.
2 minutes.
Okay, no problem. Actually, I need to. Oh, I'm already unhooked. Let me go. I need to get something to drink. Whoop, sorry. I'm hoping I have a root beer in here. I do not. All right, I don't care. I'm gonna have a Diet Coke. Caffeine be damned.
The chat was discussing if they think Batman Catwoman will be in an Omni Volume 2. I think it will be in Volume 3 because I think I heard that there was the Tom King Batman was meant to be 3 volumes.
Oh wow.
And I feel like they would have to include it. Because in the Snyder Omnis, they included Last Night on Earth, which is Snyder's equivalent of this, like, you know, the ending of his run. So I feel like they will.
Rosie, good to have you here. Thanks for being here, Pope. I'm catching up a little bit. I'm okay, thanks. I'm okay with Palpatine showing up for dinner suddenly. Given my reading pace, it probably won't matter this decade anyway. Phenomenal AC, I'm glad you did. That's great. Love the art and colors in classic Adam Strange comics. Yes, that was awesome. They were awesome.
That reminds me, because he shows up and plays a role in the Tom King, Adam Strange, Mr. Terrific. I think you'll love him in the movie as well.
Oh, I'm excited. I think that's a really important, interesting thing, is that he has other superheroes in it too. I don't know what part they play in it, but it's Superman doesn't have to do all the heavy lifting that previous Superman movies did. This is such a hard, different turn, not hard in a bad way, but it's a pivot. And I really think that it's an excellent idea to have a pre-existing superhero universe there.
Yeah. Well, James Gunn described it as like, you know, a lot of people's first comics. There's a bunch of characters. I'm sure it was the same for a lot of us. Are just there, and you figure it out as you go. And I think that the portrayals in there are perfect as well. Like Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, are both like you'll really like.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and sorry, are we talking about Superman again?
Yeah, we already went tangent back.
I loved I loved Guy Gardner in that movie, and I think I'm not good at like describing why I like things or whatever. I just know that I like it or I don't like it. I can't really explain why, but I feel like Ryan Reynolds did so much damage to Green Lantern. Like not just the movie, but like even in the last few years, every time like he talks about Green Lantern a lot, and he's just sort of, you know, bagged it. And if you've never read Green Lantern or anything about the Green Lanterns, like, you know, just based on what Ryan Reynolds has said, I can't imagine a lot of people would be interested. But I think Guy Gardner in this movie, yeah, he's awesome.
Oh, that's so great. Wait, where was Bunkmaster here? Bunk was here because Craze is saying hi to him, I think. Phenomenal AC, I've never read King's Batman. Should I pick the omnibus pick up the omnibus when it comes out?
Yes.
I think you have 3 unanimous yeses here. And the one thing I'm going to take away from this is Samantha's comment to me in Discord after having read like 25 issues, when does this get bad? I just think that's the greatest comment. It never gets bad. And that's what's great about not listening to other people. We heard other people not dig it. And obviously Samantha had heard that, and she reads it and she's like, well, when does it get lousy? I mean, everything's so good so far. I just love that.
I think
Yeah.
that's
Like,
a
I'm
perfect
kind of like that
example.
with, yeah, I'm kind of like that with a lot of books. Like, I don't want to, you know, call anyone out, but when something's coming out and people are like, "Oh, this sucks. Don't bother buying it. Don't bother reading it." I'd rather people see for themselves whether they like it or not. But I've heard that a lot lately about, I think War Games is coming out soon. Batman War Games.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there's so many people that are just like, don't buy it, it sucks. Like, don't buy it, don't read it. But find out for yourself. I don't even think it's that bad. I mean, something happens at the end that's like not great with one of the characters. But I think it's fine. Read these books for yourself, and you know, it's like don't go in with like already thinking you're gonna hate it.
Yeah. Jess, thank you for that take on the wedding. That story always ticked me off, but I didn't get that from it. So that changes my view on the wedding a bit. Okay, good. Thank you, Sazmurph. That's great to know. That was one of the great things with Tom King's Batman Catwoman series, where they finally were married. In the annual? Is that what he's talking about?
I think that's the Batman Catwoman series after.
Oh, okay. I think, wait, so how's this going to be mapped then? There's going to be 3 King.
I think Tom King said everything that he's done is going to be in the Omnis. So like Killing Time's going to be in the Omnis.
Killing Time's going to be in there? Okay.
He did an Elmer Fudd thing. That's going to be in the Omnis.
Great. I love that. Oh, that's going to be in the omnibus too. Anything Batman related will be in these omnibus.
Everything he's done will be in these 3 Omnis.
I hope they collect Riddler One Bad Day as well. What was the story he did with Joker as well? It's another one with Mitch Gerrits.
With Joker by Tom King. Remember. The One Bad Day Riddler story was the best Riddler story I've ever read. With Joker and Mitch Gerrits.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember the name of it.
Okay. Okay, that's
Adrian
interesting.
Said, the winning card, is that it?
I think it could be. That's right. I think it was in an anthology series.
Was that a Brave and Bold thing, the winning card?
Yeah, so I think it's called the winning card, but it's in Batman Brave and the Bold. So I imagine they'll collect that as well, because I haven't read that yet. I
haven't read that yet either. Okay, good. I think that's great then, that they're going to have 3 omnis of all his stuff. To be honest, ever since the Justice League animated series and the flirtmance between Bruce and Diana, I have always wanted to see that in the comics. I haven't actually seen Justice League animated series. I really dug. Sorry?
You haven't seen it yet, Justice League, the Bruce Timm series?
Right. No, I haven't. I own it, but I haven't watched it yet.
You'll love it.
See, I think I'm the prime example of media paralyzed by media. I have so many choices and I end up doing nothing. You know, I want to see.
It gets so overwhelming.
Yeah, I want to see Andor. I started Andor. I want to keep going. I finished Batman, the animated series. Now I want to watch Superman in the animated series. I still need to see Dr. Sleep and some other horror movies. And then there's like regular TV that has stuff. I still need to see Star Trek, new Star Trek stuff. And I end up doing nothing. I'm like nothing gets watched. I am paralyzed. It's very odd. It was easier before Disney Plus, I guess. I don't know. There's just too much.
Are you
I
caught
totally
up on
get
the Disney? Like, did you watch Ironheart?
I haven't yet. Oh no,
Okay.
I am so far behind on
Okay.
that. So far. There's so many shows that I watched the first 3 episodes of, and then saw a squirrel outside and I just lost focus and then never went back. So
I do
uh,
that. I've
yeah.
got a bad habit of watching a series and then stopping like right at the last episode. I've got a really bad habit of doing that. I still haven't finished the last episode of Daredevil.
Oh yeah. I
I don't
didn't.
think yeah.
I liked New 52. The romance felt right to me with Bruce. I'm sorry, with Superman and Wonder Woman. Did either of you read that?
It's not my preferred pairing at all. I see it's just too obvious, and so I guess it doesn't seem as interesting to me as a concept as
Uh-huh.
something like Wonder Bat, which I do think is interesting.
That's what he was talking about with the flirt mance.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty interesting. And we got a taste of that, Bruce and Diana, when they got caught in the whatever that time
I was
warp
thinking that.
was. Yeah. But I don't think it's ever been explored before, where the two most powerful people on Earth fall in love because they're the most powerful people on Earth. And that was the only time it's happened. It's been Lois, Diana, but then it's been Lois ever since. So I don't know. I kind of liked it.
I actually have a question for you, since we're talking about it. How do you find the difference between Tom King's Batman and his Wonder Woman series that is also an ongoing? Because in between, he just did a bunch of limited series for the most part.
What was your question?
How you find the difference between Tom King's Batman run and his Wonder Woman run that's currently ongoing?
I feel, first of all, I love that Wonder Woman run a lot. And it is so overtly subversive of the foundation of the US. Like he's going after a conspiracy that has corrupted the Constitution and has gotten away with it ever since, I don't know, it looked like the 1800s. But I mean, that's the most overtly political I think I've ever seen him. You don't actually see politics and politicians and things, but by driving but by going after having the entire government and Major Force, or whatever his name was, I can't think of what his name was, but she is so warlike in that, and I really like it. And she is so determined, and the odds are so stacked against her. And this one guy that represents the ongoing corruption of the foundation of the United States, to me, that I think it is an extremely brave choice. I can see, I don't follow social media, so I don't know what people are saying about it. I think it's really, really well written, really well drawn. I don't know that I've ever seen Wonder Woman. I mean, I've seen her badass, but this is like the baddest badass I've ever seen her. And I am a huge fan. I've got the trades. I haven't had number 3 delivered to me yet. But if that thing, if he keeps going and that gets an Omni or something, I am right on board. because I think that's a brave thing to go after what's wrong with the U.S. via this basically quiet conspiracy to undermine it or get it to do what this guy wants. I have no idea what people are saying about it, but I loved it. I love it.
I think it's mostly positive from what I've seen. I know Crisis doesn't like it.
Yeah, he told me that.
Have you read any of it, Batmantha?
I haven't, so I've got no idea.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very different to his Batman run, I think, and I think he learned from Batman, where I think Batman Read definitely is the perfect example of a book that should be read collected. Like it's almost like he was writing it as the saga that was going to go for 100 issues, and you can kind of tell that, I feel like, when you read it. Whereas Wonder Woman, although it might also go very long, there's a stronger focus on each individual issue. And so usually I don't enjoy reading things in single issues, but this particular run I feel like has been really good, with each issue having a beginning, middle, and an end story, and that being consistent and memorable throughout.
And I'm really interested in finding out more about Trinity, Wonder Woman's daughter in the future, and how and her besties are Damian as Batman and Jonathan as Superman. I know there's a whole story there that I think sounds amazing. I really am excited about that one.
Because do the trades include the backups of the babysitting with Trinity?
I have seen that. Yeah, so it must include the backups. I read that.
Okay. Yeah, because they're doing a 6-issue Trinity series, which is just more of that's coming out at the moment as well.
Oh, great.
And that looks really good as well. And I think I really like the art in it too. I think it's Belen Ortega is on pencils in it, and she's really good too.
Yeah, the art's brilliant. Okay. Lance, I also like Bruce and Diana in the cartoon, although that Diana is very different than comics Wonder Woman. The JL Wonder Woman was my introduction to her character, so I'm partial to her. And Adrian's here. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Saturday night. Now it sounds like I want to see the Justice League and see Bruce and Diana. That's pretty interesting. Oh yeah.
I haven't read a lot of, actually, I don't think I've read any Wonder Woman. I was going to get the first trade out from my library, but it's just because I haven't read Wonder Woman, I don't know if Tom King's run is what I want as my first Wonder Woman.
I think it could be. It's not finished yet, but I do think it would be new reader friendly. Otherwise,
I do have the George Perez Omni, so I do want to start with that one.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I haven't read it yet, but I've heard that. Yeah, that's the perfect start.
Yeah. That's interesting. I wondered, since it was so U.S. specific, if other people, other countries, people in other countries would like it as much as I did, because maybe it's painted in broad enough strokes that you don't need to understand the Constitution, just the concept of the fact that this guy's got some sort of power that he's using to bend the Constitution to his will. I guess any people in any country can figure that out.
Yeah, I'm not sure I had as much of a political take about it. It didn't seem as like anything that would be particularly controversial to me. It just seemed like, an interesting conspiracy, I guess.
In this country, everything's political. The weather is now political. There's nothing that can't be turned political now, which is
I s-
why I'm trying to bury myself in comics and shows like this, so I don't have to know. Oh, yeah, Lance, check out the Terrifics complete collection coming out soon. I have that in the trades. Mr. Terrific is really good in that. I need to read that over. That I feel like that was in the middle of Rebirth, although it didn't have
Hasn't that spin out of metal?
yeah, I think it does.
I just started reading that too.
Yeah, I think there's 3 or 4. I think there may be 4 or 5 books in that series. Phenomenal. Just steered me right. Thank you. On Hard Traveling Heroes, 3 unanimous votes means I'll definitely be picking up King's Batman Omnibus.
Can't go
Awesome.
wrong.
Yeah. We're all vibing tonight on King's Batman. The winning card. Okay, thank you, Adrian. Is the panel going to buy the Marvel DC crossover issues or waiting for a bigger collection? Oh, Samantha's already answered. I'm going to get them. Can't wait for the Daredevil issue. Is that what's the first one? Deadpool Batman or something?
Deadpool Batman.
I feel like I'll probably wait for them all to be collected. Who's with Daredevil, Samantha?
I think it's Green Arrow, and I think it's written by Kevin Smith.
Oh, interesting. Okay. This is amazing that Marvel and DC are doing crossovers now.
Mm.
Huh.
I'll
Okay.
probably wait for a bigger collection as well.
Yeah. Oh, I need to read Jennifer's Body and watch Jennifer's Body and Lisa Frankenstein. Thank you, James. See, this is so I can please Vanessa in the Discord. Omnidog only watches Hallmark movies with Lacey Chabert. That's not a lie. Everybody knows too much about me. I have a big mouth, I think. Superman the animated series is really good. Dr. Sleep is also really good. Rebecca Ferguson in that hat. Okay. Without spoilers for Jess, Beyond and Mantha?
Yeah.
You know,
I'm about to change my name.
the Mantha.
Mantha.
Do you know about the glasses? Is this Superman glasses?
I feel like it's something to do with the movie.
Right? Yeah. I read something about it. I think James Gunn did an interview a few weeks ago, and he mentioned it.
Okay.
I'm not going to say what it is.
All right.
Yeah,
Thanks.
but yes, I know what you're talking about. Rising Phoenix.
Yeah.
Okay. Jess, Justice League plus JLU series are peak DC in any medium. I really want to. I feel like I have to watch Superman the animated series, but maybe I can just pick up Justice League. I have all the Justice League movies, so upper management is leaving for 3 weeks this coming Friday. And I always say it. I'm really going to read. I'm really going to watch. I'm really going to do everything. I really should just make a realistic to-do list. You know, not 45 Disney Plus movies, but like finish 2 Disney Plus shows, watch Dr. Sleep, watch Justice League and JLU, read everything down there on that pile, That's
Oh,
I
what's
might
in your
do-
pile?
What's in my pile?
Yeah.
Kryptonite Nevermore saga.
Mhm.
Lady Mechanica, Volume 6. Let's see. Actually, Blue Book. I just got Blue Book.
Okay.
That's in my. I need to carry that into my TBR. And I did a TBR in October, February, and it was ridiculously huge. I mean, it must have been 40 inches high of books, and I never got anywhere on it. But
You
okay,
haven't finished those books?
from February? Oh no.
Yeah. Oh.
No, I don't even remember what they were.
Have you
No.
have you finally finished JLI?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's something I want to finish, and I want to finish Justice League Dark. Okay, so this is on my reading pile.
Mhm.
This is on my reading pile. Lady Mechanic Volume 6. Black Sad, the second one that just came out. Well, just came out 6 months ago or something. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a bunch here. Harley Quinn, Black, White, and Redder.
Mhm.
The second, oh, here it is. The second
Okay.
X-23, volume X-23. Okay, here's where I'm gonna. This is where I bog down, because I want to. This is crazy. Boy Wonder, Black Label, Unstoppable Doom Patrol, City Boy. I think these might have been on the
Oh, I like
February.
City Boy. Okay, I think Jess is gone.
That is so weird that these things might have been on the February to read list, because I've got, well, I've got 1, 2, 3,
Mhm.
4 Nightwings that I have to catch up on. Oh, and here's the book we were talking about. Tom King, Mitch Gerads.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Love Everlasting by Tom King. Part 2. And then I have Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn. And then the last things that I need to catch up on is World's Finest. This is the stuff I'm passionately dying to read. This is what I really, really, really want to read. So there's
Do you
my.
organize like your reading list by what you want to read first, or do you just pick up whatever's at the top of the pile?
It works both ways. I want it, but I get sidetracked, and I put things down because, like, something like a Very Fine Conditions Superman Evergreen, I had to stop everything I was doing and for like 2 days really concentrate, so I knew how to explain what my choices were. I wanted to practice and make sure I could give a good report on the books. So that takes a chunk out of my time, and then my attention span will go to something else, and I don't get those books read, and those are the ones I really want to read. But also I get book paralyzation. So like I have so many to read and I just sit and say, what's happening here? I should just do a live stream.
And Liam, do you have like a to read pile, or like how do you decide what to read next?
There's so much to read all the time. I feel like I'm always behind and I never catch up.
Same.
It kind of depends a little bit on books that are releasing currently, because I found for me, I preferred originally I would kind of read a volume 1 and then I'd take a break and come back for a volume 2 and whatnot. I found that if I can, unless I get really burnt out on something, I prefer to just read the whole way through of a run. So that if there's things that happen earlier on, I still remember them. Otherwise, I might not get back to it for 6 months, and then it just totally goes out of my head. But I'm mostly just a mood reader other than that. So depends on what I'm feeling like. I like having a range of options in my TBR pile.
Do you like to read horror at all, Liam?
A little bit, yeah.
For some reason, I feel like you told me you don't, Sam. Is that right? You don't like to read horror?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I've got books like Something's Killing the Children, which I still haven't read. Is that like, do you consider that horror? It is, right?
My internet keeps going out. I asked you if you liked horror, and Samantha.
Yeah, I would say probably no. I don't know. Like, would you guys consider Something's Killing the Children to be horror?
Yeah.
It is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I still haven't opened that, and I really want to read that, but I don't have time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm reading like as soon as I finish all these Batman books, like I'm going straight back into Fantastic Four, so I don't even have time to really read anything else.
What Fantastic Four are you going to read? Do you already have
Silver
it picked
Age?
out?
Yes.
Oh, you're going to read Silver Age?
I'm reading. Wait, I might have them here actually. I do. Yeah, so I bought a whole stack of like Epic Collections not long ago, and so the next one is Volume 5.
Oh, nice.
Name is Doom. So, yeah, last month I read like the first 67 issues of Silver Age Fantastic Four. Yeah. Otherwise, if I didn't read that, I would have been finished all of these Batman books by now. But I just started like I loved it so much. I was gonna just read the first omnibus, and I just loved it so much that I just kept on going.
That's great.
And then Jess was like, "The stream's coming up. Like, we're going to talk about Batman." And I was like, "Oh, okay." As soon as I finished Volume 4, which was the Black Panther introduction, yeah, I just started reading Batman again.
You and I can do a Fantastic Four video where you talk about the Silver Age, and I can talk about Ryan North's modern run and maybe Hickman's run.
I've read Hickman's run.
Okay.
And I think I've read the first 2 trades of Ryan North's, but that's it.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
I love Silver Age Fantastic Four.
That's awesome. That's
I did a couple videos on my TikTok about it, and that was really good because like I can go back and sort of see how I thought about certain issues. Like I loved how in the first omnibus, like one thing I love about comics is when they bring like real life into these stories. And there was an issue in, I think it was issue like 12 or 13, where the Fantastic Four go to the moon, and so this was 1962, I believe, or 1963, and but they were depicted as the first people to land on the moon because the moon landing hadn't happened yet. It was like 8 years later. And I just thought that was really interesting. And then in the next issue, which I think was issue 14, and that issue kicks off with there being a big party in the streets, the Fantastic Four returning to Earth, and they've been to the moon.
that's how Marvel got the jump on DC back then, because they were rooted, the comics were rooted in real cities, and they would have, the Fantastic Four would have the Baxter building or whatever it was as part of the New York skyline. And you'd see Johnny out getting a hot dog, or in the Spider-Man story of Spider-Man, he was in New York and he'd be up there eating, with his mask up, eating a piece of pizza and, trying to make a date with MJ and stuff. And that stuff all seemed so rooted in kind of reality. It made them more fun than what DC was at the time. So I don't.
They did that as well, like in the Spider-Man movies from Sam Raimi. Like you see him swinging through New York, and you see all these iconic like New York landmarks. And I feel like we just don't get that anymore. I remember watching Spider-Man as a kid, and I feel like that's how I knew New York. Was I saw it in the movies. I saw it in Spider-Man.
Yeah, he just for the sheer joy of it, he was swinging around, right? And
yeah,
you were getting a view of New York. Yeah,
and like landing at the top of the Empire State Building. Like when I went to New York last year, it was so fun just walking around. I was like, oh, this is from Spider-Man.
Charles Soule did a good enough job in that Superman Wonder Woman. Thank you. I agree. You know what he really did great? Red Lanterns. That's a new 52 book that is totally worth picking up. I really enjoy King, but he's gotten so wordy recently, especially in Wonder Woman with the Sovereign. Oh, I haven't read the Black Canary mini yet. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm really excited that they're putting out another Zatanna book. She needs more love, and I want that for her. Tom King wants to overthrow George Perez's reign as that one run that trumps them all. Oh, Josh Greathouse in the house. I really wish we got a Wonder Woman Adventures based off the show and through the Adventures. Reading the Batman, that's what I want from comics. Okay, the chat's weighing in on what you should read. Perez or Rucka. Oh, that Rucka is good.
I want to read that.
Yeah.
Omnis are just so expensive right now.
Yeah, and I don't know that it's going to ever get better.
Shipping is way too expensive internationally. I don't know how we're bringing animals now back from the dead, like extinct animals, and we can't get cheaper international shipping.
Jess, I learned how to get the full Japanese school system works because I enjoy manga so much. If this is like a veiled attempt to get me to read manga, forget it. It's just not happening. First, okay, we need to make... There has to be a Strange Adventures adaptation with this Mr. Terrific. Fantastic idea. Some people think about the Roman Empire. I always think about Themyscira. Jess, you get to watch Superman, the animated series. Those versions for Clark and Lois are the voices I hear when I read them. It's really good. Now, this is a good idea from Josh. Make a goal, and James Abel will make a schedule. That's actually not a bad idea. He could hold me accountable, and every week I could just check in real quick on what I've done. That way I do something, and I will be able to show my progress. I kind of like that idea. Jess, if upper management is leaving for 3 weeks, you also need a list of all the goodies you will need to eat. I'm thinking about those Wendy's Frosties. Those are weighing heavily on my mind. Just make a goal every day to report on your Discord what you have done. How
good
sorry?
That's a good idea.
What channel would I put that in? Just the general channel?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I have a question for Batmantha. Oh, I feel like we covered this. How come she didn't watch Saturday Night Main Event?
I answered this because I'm here.
she's here on Omnidog's Vault, Mega Shrimps.
I don't have a TV in here, so I can't watch it.
Oh, you did it. Oh, you did. You answered it right there. And Evolution is tomorrow. She's Supermantha. I like that. Oh, here's Kane. Welcome, Kane. For my TBR, it really depends on what I want to read for the week. I do switch up what I'm reading. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to start and finish Ultimate Black Panther and X-Men Volume 2 and Ronan Island. What is Ronan Island? I don't understand that remark, so I'm not going to read it. I'm sure it's fine, but Josh, we're starting to read some manga, which would be volume 2 of the X-Men, the manga. Gunsmith Cats. I've heard a lot about that. And Mason Ikoku. Then I'll read another set of comics. How did you find the Doom FF Epic? That one is out of print hard. You bought it as a big set of epics, right?
Yeah, there was a seller here in New Zealand who, yeah, he had some epics that he was willing to get rid of, so I snatched up nearly all of them, and glad I did too, because I really love some of these Fantastic Four stories.
And how did you find out about them?
I was having a really bad day, so I posted in the Facebook group. I was like, I want to buy something, make myself feel better.
Oh, so it was on Facebook and you asked for something?
Yeah, we've got a great Facebook group.
Okay. And it made your day better?
Yeah. It was exciting. It was actually really exciting.
It is. Yeah,
I was
that is
having a bad
exciting.
week, so that it was a nice way to end the week.
That's great. It's really great. Oh, and here's your TikTok. How often
Thanks, James.
should I be listing this? Are you back being active?
I'm not active on Instagram like at all. And I got to be honest, my life is a lot better when I don't use Instagram.
Oh.
But TikTok, yeah, I haven't posted for a while, but yeah, I'm still on there.
I haven't posted on Instagram in months.
I should have done a video about like an out of theater reaction to Superman, but I didn't. Oh,
You could still do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
go
could.
in another time.
Yeah, after my third viewing.
How was Slot so good with his Silver Surfer and so meh with his Fantastic Four? I don't know. It happens. Hickman's run is
Fantastic Four.
Hickman's run is great. I've been reading Silver Age FF2 last week. I'm up to the Silver Surfer solo series. A lot of alliteration there. Wait, you're telling me there's no such place as Keystone City? Correct. Samantha, yeah, I'm also looking forward to Evolution. Saturday night, or whatever it was kind of bland, but Rollins got injured, it seems. Sorry, Rollins.
That sucks.
Oh, 3 weeks of ice cream shows. No, I'll do that. I will go get the Frosties and broadcast live from there. there will be no DBZ marathon. That is not happening.
I think after the Superman movie, you'll probably be keen for more Superman content. So maybe that will be a good time to watch the animated series.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I should just come home and give my thoughts on the Superman movie, or should I do it in the lobby? I'll be with my movie buddies.
You could do both. You could do out of theater reaction, so in the movie lobby, and then in a couple days later or whatever, you could do a show where you're discussing like the actual movie, like a long discussion, like a live stream or something.
Just
And,
by myself or with other people?
Well, it's your show, Jess. You can do what you want.
Well, no, I'm saying, what do you think would be more interesting?
I don't know. Yeah, with other people or by yourself, and where you can also discuss spoilers. So like make it like a spoiler. It's a show with spoilers, the full review.
So we can just talk about whatever we want to.
Yeah.
Since you stream all the time, just stream yourself reading with no interaction. You'll crush those books in no time. Yeah, that's what I should do. A 24-hour stream. Okay, I woke up, I'm making coffee, and now I'm watching My Adventures with Superman, and just set the camera up on me. Yeah.
Sorry, my headphones just died.
It looks like you're muted, Sam.
Sorry.
I unmuted it, or did you? Okay.
It was me. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube where like, and I think they're quite popular, these videos of people reading manga, and they're like, this is how many manga I read in 24 hours, or I'm going to read all of this in 24 hours. It's like a 24-hour reading challenge. So
And
you
are they
you can
streaming?
do a show, like,
Are they
show, like how many comics I read in 24 hours?
so? Are they streaming themselves reading?
No, it's like they're like edited videos. So
okay,
maybe.
so they say this is how many comics I'm going to read in 24 hours, and then they come back and say these are the books that I've read in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good.
Well, I just sold a Labubu.
You just what?
Do you know what a Labubu is?
Labubu.
Okay. This is a Labubu. Have you seen these things?
I have not. Are they popular? Do you know what Labubus are?
My God, are they popular?
I only know from my partner, I think, but yeah.
So I went for a run about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I ended my run at the mall because I wanted to go get something to eat. And while I was in there, like I'm eating my pineapple and I'm drinking my Powerade, and I'm like, I'll just go to Pop Mart and see if they have any Labubus. And as soon as I walk into the shop, there was a line forming. There were 13 people in front of me. So I stand in line, and I don't know, like I'm assuming it's Labubus. And I say to the girl in front of me, I was like, are you guys lining up for Labubus? And she's like, yeah. And then a guy comes up to me and he gives me a number. I'm like number 13 or number 14 or whatever. And yeah, I got a Labubu. There, if I was a few minutes later than what I was, I wouldn't have got one. I ended up getting 3. The line was out the door by the time I was finished, like by the time I checked out. When I was walking through the mall, because they didn't have any bags, so I had to carry them like this, there were people running up to me asking if they could buy one off me, and they would pay me for like more than what I paid in the shop. And I was like, no, I'm gonna, like, I knew when I got home, I just wanted one. Like, I wanted a certain color. So you don't know what color you're going to get. They're called blind boxes. And they've got different colors, like 5 or 6 colors. You don't know what color you're going to get. So that's part of the appeal, I guess. And Yeah, I got what I wanted the first go around. I think I just had FOMO because everyone else had all these Labubus, and I was like, okay, I kind of want a Labubu. And they're $40 here each. I ended up selling. I'm selling the ones that I didn't open just because I'm like, I don't need it.
Okay.
It just sold for $95 for one of them.
Wow. Nicely
And
done.
when I went to see Superman on Thursday, so I saw Superman at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, finished about 5:35. There were already people lining up at Pop Mart for the release on Friday morning.
Of more Labubus?
Yeah.
Can I see that thing again, please?
Yeah, so I describe it as they're for like millennials who are sort of going through a crisis. The only people in line were like my age. They're for millennials.
And it's a mix of men and women?
Oh yeah, well there was this man who was like in his 40s, and he was going up and down the line when I was in line, and he wanted people to buy a box of 9, which is like what, $200, $300. I'm guessing to resell. But he was asking like everyone in line if they could buy him a box of 9. So they look like this.
Oh, okay.
Yep. You can buy clothes for it too. It's actually really cute. But they come in a box like this. This one's unopened.
Oh, so you don't know what color you're gonna
So
get.
then when you open it, they're in a bag and you can't see. Reseller. Yeah, but I bought 3 of them and I was happy with what I got. Sorry. I was happy with the one I got, and I was selling it for, I put an auction up for the same price as what I bought it for. I would have been okay selling it for what I bought it for, but people were bidding on it, sold for 95. Yeah, so these are the colors.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see how this is fun to do.
It's not that fun. Like when people were bidding on it a few days ago, my family were like, "Why didn't you get in line and buy more?" And I was like, "I'm not camping out overnight for this. Like, I'm not."
Wow. Is this
So
an international thing?
Yes. So when I was in Japan and Korea, these were really popular. But at the time, I was like, I don't need one.
Yeah.
And then it just took over my life for about a month.
Here is Liam's partner. I love seeing 2 grown men being taught about Labubus. Mackenzie,
you can buy clothes for it.
What's that?
You can buy clothes for it. You can buy them like little bucket hats. You can buy pants, shoes.
And you meant to put them on like pin them to like your outfits or your bags and things, right?
Yeah. So mine was on my bag that I took to the gym, and my sister was like, "Someone's gonna steal your bag."
For the Labubu.
Yeah.
What? Kane's begging me, don't do it. Don't buy Labubus. I don't even know where they're sold. I think it's fun. I love I think it's fun.
Well, Liam, I saw a post on Facebook, I think this morning, that Toy World, there's a Toy World that's selling them now, and their prices are like $125.
Oh,
They're
so
behind a
the
glass
Toy World
case.
is scalping them now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I really think they're going to get overexposed though, and people are going to be over them pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, there's all kinds of. Just doesn't step outside his house. He won't see them. Congrats, Sam. They're a huge craze right now.
Yeah, well, I went to buy the new ones. There's like a new-ish collection. What's probably not new now. The Big Into Energy collection, and they're like these neon colors with weird colored teeth, and those sold out here in New Zealand in like 2 minutes online. I couldn't get one at all.
Wow. That's fun. I think that kind of thing is fun as long as you don't like stay overnight in line to get one. The fact that you just strolled in, you were 13th and you ended up with 3.
Yeah.
To me, that I like that kind of thing. That's fun.
I just thought I was pretty lucky because if I went there to get a Powerade and to get something to eat, like if I went straight to the store, I don't think I would have, like, the line wouldn't have started. I wouldn't have known. And then if I was any later, like if I went to another shop to have a look around before I went to Pop Mart, I would have missed out.
Yeah. Let's see. I read Blue Book in singles, loved it. Oh, it's so good.
Blue Book was good.
I'm going to do an overview on it this week. Oh, Ronan Island is a graphic novel story. Oh, by Greg Pak. It's about 2 kids who must defend their. Wait a second. This sounds like something I own. You know what? I bet I own this, Kane. I think maybe you told me about it and I own it. I can almost picture right where it is in this room. I like Greg Pak's writing. Let's see if I'm right. I feel like it's right. Ronan Island. There it is. 3 volumes. Greg Pak.
Have you read it?
Yeah. I might, now that I know Kane's reading it, but see that.
Uh-oh.
Gone.
Kane will recommend that. Instead of reading World's Finest, I'll bounce over to Ronan Island and read that instead. That's how I get pushed off my TBR. Do either of you have any plan to travel next year? How about Heroes Con 2026 or 2027?
I want to go to one of those big conventions, like Heroes Con one day. Maybe not next year. I'm kind of scared to come into America now.
Okay, now you're back. Okay.
Well, we might have a delay.
Yeah, I was like, did we go somewhere?
We went to look for Ronan Island, and
Okay.
I found it. And you asked me, had I read it yet?
Yes.
And then I said, that's the problem. I have my TBR, and then Kane will say Ronan Island, and I'll go, oh, that looks good. And I'll read Ronan Island instead of what's on my TBR.
I would also love to go to. I've always wanted to go to one of the big cons in the States because the ones here, we were super blessed recently to get John Layman and Ron Mars, which were some of the biggest creators that have come in a long time to New Zealand. And it was really cool to meet them and talk to them. And I always get jealous seeing of all the creators that you guys get to see. Is Heroes Con the best one to go to for comic creators, not any of the movie stuff?
Oh yeah, there's no movie stuff there. There's no celebrities. It's all comic book creators, and then there's lots of panels with those comic book creators. And I'm sorry I didn't get to go to any of them this year because they were apparently great. And then there are also comic book retailers that are selling, older key issues and stuff. There's a bunch of those guys. So it's just comic books and comic creators. And the panels are apparently just great. The one creative team I talked for a while to was Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti. And so that was pretty cool to talk to them. I don't know how New York City Comic Con and San Diego Comic Con are both too crowded for me. There's just no way I could go elbow to elbow. Heroes Con, even though the line James said was almost out the door for Michael and Laura Allred, you never really get affected by it because the aisles are kept so clear of people. I hardly ever had to say excuse me because there was always room in the aisles and the main center of the floor. It's so well set up that you never feel crowded. And the hotel I stayed at, it was within it was within 2 minutes walking distance, except I got lost. Maybe I should release that Heroes Con video I did because I got lost. But there's tons of food around also within walking distance.
Would you say that it has the same number of comic creators there as like New York and San Diego, or are those ones bigger for comics?
That is a good question. Maybe somebody, I know Kane has been to New York several times, so she might be able to tell you about that. It's creator focused is the number one thing. Its primary thing is to get you talking to creators and learn about new creators. You know, maybe you'll stop by somebody's table and they'll have something you're interested in trying to read.
Yeah, I have a Japan trip coming up later this year, so I don't think I will have any money to go next year. But I was thinking maybe 2027 could be cool, because it's like just seeing even just like so many people from the community there was really cool, and it looks like so much fun. So I would love to go sometime.
Well,
yeah, I'd love to go to one of those big like Heroes Con. Heroes Con would be really cool. I've seen so many. I've watched so many YouTube videos in the last like week or two of people just walking through Heroes Con, and I love watching people's hauls and videos of people meeting a lot of the creators that are there, and it just looks like so much fun.
Actually, the most fun I had was meeting everybody in the drink and draw, where I had tons of people that I see in the chat, and Omar set up a meeting for everybody at the drink and draw, and it was so cool to meet everybody. That was the most fun I had. Omar and I closed down the bar. I had 8 cans of seltzer water, and he had like 19 beers. And he walked me back to the hotel. He was staying at the same hotel I was, so I wouldn't get lost. But that was so fun talking to like James and Chris Brogan and whoever else was there. Adrian was there. Josh, of course, was there. And it was just fun. I don't know. I got sick and missed Saturday and then had to come home Sunday, but I don't feel like I missed anything because Friday was so great. Friday was so great. It made up for everything I missed.
Is it in different cities every year, or is it in the same place?
It's always in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay. Maybe one day.
Don't worry so much. Okay. Thanks, Josh. Top 10 crypto moments for the they're at least 10 crypto moments. Yay.
God, everyone's going to want their dog to dress up as crypto. Like everyone's going to be dressing their pets up for Halloween.
Okay, so Labubu. I think I've already read all these Labubus. Don't buy Labubus. Okay, yeah. Does the U.S. have boo-boos, Labubus? Apparently, yes. Okay, yes. They're bad. They're already overexposed. I see them all the time on my commute to work on a train. I have missed this. Ask Junior Management knows what Labubus are. Labubus. Do you know what Labubus are? Not the boo-boos. Son of a bitch. That is so funny. There we go. Not son of Labubus. I don't know where that came from. Thank you for being here, Phenomenal AC. Nice compliment to Batmantha. Cool.
Thank you, because I never know what I'm talking about.
The U.S. tends to get things second or third. Oh, okay. By Greg Pak. Yeah. There's Red Book coming out that's as opposed to the Blue Book. Interesting.
I want to know about that.
Yeah.
I love that first Blue Book trade.
Yeah. Same. I have the complete collection for Ronin Island. I remember when that came out. No, Jewish Dragons, you're the devil on my shoulder. Don't come here. Your safety is more important.
Well, it's scary to for foreigners to travel into America right now. I've heard some horror stories.
Yeah, I get it.
If anyone from the US government is reading this, is watching this, I love America.
Yeah. Charlotte was very fun and safe, but I get it. Yeah. Heroes is a medium one. That said, it's all just comic artists and writers. It is the best to meet comic creators.
Perfect.
Heroes kind of has 4 lists of artists and Artist Alley. NYCC does have comic book creators, and there are a lot of them. It also focuses on celebrities. Plus, in New York, you'll have to be rude, sometimes due to people being, well, stupid. Heroes would be much better than that. Yeah. Okay. Especially since ReadPop gives VIPs a free Thursday pass. Did feel like at Heroes there weren't as many writers as some other conventions. Many artists are artists, fewer pure artists. 2 years ago, I talked with Jonathan Hickman for like 10 minutes. It was great. Panel discussions were A+. Yeah, I missed those, and I'm sorry. Okay. Who are you asking this from, Kryptonite Kid? Did you read those, Captain? Oh,
yeah,
Captain Britain.
I've already answered in the chat, but no, I haven't read those yet. Once I finish these Batman books, I'm going straight back into the Fantastic Four epics. So not a lot of time to read anything else right now.
Jimmy Palmiotti said, if you bring the Jonah Hex Omni, he will do a free sketch in it at all the cons he's at. I wonder if I can get away with just bringing the cover. Both he and Amanda Connor were super nice. He drew a sketch in my Harley Quinn.
Have you two hauled anything recently?
Hauled anything?
Yeah, I've got a stack.
Oh, I'd be interested in seeing that.
Okay. So I have been buying lots of epics lately. So there's like a lot of epics already on my shelf,
Oh,
which I'm not
beautiful.
going to bring them all down, but lots of Fantastic Four, lots of Doctor Strange, some Defenders, lots of Hulk. I guess this is the latest book I've got, which I'm going to start reading. Like after I'm going to read another 2 Fantastic Four epics when I finish these Batman books. I'm going to read volume 5 and volume 6, and then I'm going to jump into this, which I'm really looking forward to. I've got lots of epics. I haven't been buying lots of Omnis because they're just too expensive right now. But like volume 3 of Thor, Silver Age Thor, volume 4 of Captain America.
Wow, you really are going all in on epics. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, I really like Silver Age comics as well, so I thought it would be quite cool to have like the classic runs of like some of the main characters, Captain America, Iron Man. I like some of the first Iron Man Silver Age stories. I'm probably the only person that I feel like says things like this. Like I love Silver Age Daredevil as well, so I've got all those Omnis. I got lucky here in New Zealand. Someone was selling Avengers Volume 6. This is from the 70s.
Is that super out of print?
Yeah, it's out of print. I also just bought yesterday on IST. IST had a little restock of some out of print books recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well they had the X-Men Age of Apocalypse. It is Age of Apocalypse, right? They had the companion.
Okay.
They had volume 2 of Amazing Spider-Man by Nick Spencer. They had that that cover that sold out really quickly.
I know what you're talking about. The black background with the white Spidey face.
Yes.
Web. Yeah, I can't remember.
They also had volume 5 of the Iron Man Epic Collections, and I had that in my cart for like a couple days, and then yesterday I bought it, and I must have got the last one because that's now gone from the website. I picked up the trade of Chrononauts. I got this for like $5, so I thought if I like this, I might buy the library edition. I got really lucky with this one, Moon Knight Volume 3. This one's out of print. I read the first 2, loved the second volume. That's Doug Mensch and Bill Sienkiewicz. That was awesome. So this one, Volume 3 and Volume 4. I got Fantastic Four Volume 8. So I've got 5, 6. I don't think I've got 7. I got Killraven. That's like just the one and done. And these were the Captain Britain books.
Oh, okay. That's what he was talking about.
Yeah. And I'm really excited to read these.
That's awesome. Yeah, boy, you got a chunk of epics. That's awesome.
But that's not one order. This is like
I know. I mean,
like
it's just your focus has been on epics. I think it's great.
Yeah. And I picked up some other books as well, like Nightwing Rebirth Omnibus and the Avengers by Busiek and George Perez Volume 2. That was on sale on Amazon a few months ago, so I picked up that. Incredible Hulk by Peter David Volume 3. Amazon Australia had a little restock a couple months ago as well, and they had a few copies of that. So I picked that up for pretty cheap as well. I think that was like $116 or whatever. I just bought Hulk Volume 4 by Peter David. That was on sale on Amazon. Yeah, I think that's everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Here's
if there's a sale on and it's a good price, I'm always just like, okay, I'm going to regret not getting this.
yeah. Here's what Redbook's about. Issue 1 comes out in October. Extraterrestrial stories of Russia and China.
I want to read that.
And the true weird backup stories will be back. Yeah, I have a true read paperback. Yeah.
Have you read that yet?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
I definitely love Blue Book. That's interesting. Red Book. That's interesting.
Liam, have you hauled anything recently?
I have a few, not too many because I've been saving for my Japan trip. But this is, I think, all I've grabbed over like the last couple months. I showed this before, the Up in the Sky Deluxe, which I've already read. I picked up. I'm really excited for this one. I've already read Hecatea by Greg Rucka.
Nice.
But this definitely is the run that I haven't read that excites me the most. Like I know about some of what's in there, so I'm really looking forward to jumping into that.
That is such a great book.
I picked up this, and I'm also due to actually start reading Lazarus because I only recently just picked up when they were on sale the volumes 1 through 3, and I recently.
So you haven't read any of that yet?
I haven't, no.
Okay.
But I read. I just finished reading relatively recently. Chew all the way through, and so I'm ready to start reading another indie series. So I'm thinking it'll either be that or this one, which was thanks to Batmantha. Actually, is I got Fear Agents, the library edition.
Yes, that was the best sale. There was a shop in Australia that was selling Fear Agent, these library editions, remender size books for $10 Australian.
What? That's practically free.
Yeah, I think it ended up working out, including shipping, probably like $12 US, like shipped for each book, which is just like.
As soon as I got mine in the mail, I was like, okay, this is legit, and I posted it in our Facebook group.
Yeah,
that's going to be once I get book club started again. Fear Agent is going to be the book that we're going to read, both volumes.
Yeah,
I've already read. That's so great.
And then I also grabbed a couple figures recently. So I grabbed this guy. So the lighting's probably not great. The Deadshot from McFarlane Toys, and he has like a bunch of attachments for his like wrist gun. So he's cool. And I also got this guy. It's Cyborg Superman. But he's in the colors kind of more from like the Jeff Johns Green Lantern run, because I just enjoy that look for him. And yeah.
Where do you get your McFarlanes from?
Pretty much all of them from Pop Culture in Australia.
Okay.
Unless the warehouse happens to get them in.
Oh, the warehouse sales for those McFarlanes were so good, like a year ago.
Yeah. The warehouse is like New Zealand's equivalent of like, like a big Walmart or something, I guess.
Store, yeah. It would be like a Walmart or a Target.
Kane, actually today I purchased Superman Secret Origins, which I believe was from Jess's Superman video. Yes. Mother Bridge, Blind Buy, and a manga. I don't know that I have anything new recently. I have to go back in the other room, and that's where I lose internet reception for some reason. So I think I'm gonna keep it right here.
You'll have to show everyone on Omnibros.
Yeah. Hall's previews and reads, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go shortly as well.
Yeah, it's getting pretty. I actually think I'm ready to call it a night. It's
I've got
almost.
family here, and we're all gonna watch rugby.
Oh, you're gonna watch rugby? Okay.
Mhm.
The All Blacks.
No, the Warriors.
Oh, where are the All Blacks from?
The All Blacks are from New Zealand, but the Warriors are our rugby league team.
Okay, got it. I did know a name of a rugby team, so I give myself credit. Yay me. Okay, so thank you to the chat. Well, Jewish Dragons, it's actually never happened before that I've lost Ethernet. I mean, lost internet. I used to broadcast from that room. I have broadcasted from that room. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. So, Liam and Samantha, thank you so much for being on tonight. This was great. I think we talked about everything interesting. Tons of Batman, tons of Superman.
Tons of Batman, more Superman.
Yeah. Labubus. What's up, Omnibo? I'm sorry I missed yesterday's solicits. Yeah, sorry, Omnibo, you just missed it. I'm sorry I missed the solicits last night. Did you guys have fun on the Marvel solicits? Brian, thank you. 2% social. Just a reminder for everyone to hit that like button. Thank you. Yeah, so this was great. I love talking to you guys about everything because you both are not only well-spoken, but you have great passion for what we're talking about. So that's like an unbeatable combo. When we get passionate fans, that's what makes the best video. So I appreciate the fact that you guys gave me so much of your time, and so the chat's pretty happy too. Thank you for the show, Liam, Samantha, and Jess. Hope you all have a nice weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, and thanks for having us. It's always just heaps of fun to talk comics. So
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I'm so glad to have you, and we'll read something. Teaching Labubus. Oh yeah, my daughter responded.
What'd she say?
I think they're plushies, but like of the devil.
Well, yeah, I had to teach my 90-year-old grandmother what this is.
What did she think?
She thought I should have been lining up, buying a whole box of them and selling them.
Oh yeah, I no shade from me. I think it's a great idea to flip those. I will never shade somebody for that. What's next Saturday, James? Oh, I don't think I have it. Wait, July 19th? I don't have anything on the 19th. Yeah, I don't have anything, James. Thanks for asking.
That should be your Superman movie review.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm interested to hear what your thoughts are.
Oh,
when are you going to see it, Jess?
I'm sorry?
When are you going to see it?
Either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Maybe
Perfect.
all 3 days.
Maybe.
Yeah. So you think it should be live streamed instead of just me sitting in front of the camera telling you what I think? It should be a Superman spoiler discussion for the chat.
Yeah, I think a live stream where we can also interact with you in the chat would be, and you know, we can talk about it. We can talk about it with you.
And to get you guys, it would need to be 8 p.m. Okay.
Oh, I didn't. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I want you guys to be in the chat, or you can be back on the show and we'll talk about Superman. It's all good with me. I just want everybody to be happy and have fun. That's all. I
think I can't wait to hear what you think about Superman.
Oh, that's exciting. I'm very excited. Okay, yeah, Pity Ma was here for the whole day. Thanks for being here, Pity Ma.
That's cool.
Okay, well, okay. My assignment is watch Superman at least twice, maybe 3 times, and then report on it on Saturday. And
I'd watch it the first time and then maybe like talk about it with some people, because there are like some little Easter eggs that I'm sure you'll miss the first time you watch it, and then when you go back and watch it a second time, you can be like, oh yeah, that's on the wall.
Okay. Awesome.
Like street names and stuff.
Oh, that's a great Easter egg to know. Okay. Okay, I am super excited. Okay, good. Perfect. I will check my PMs. Thanks, Bo. Did you want me to do it right now? We're trying to sign off. Messenger. Oh, Bo.
Bo said after the show.
Oh. Okay.
I think I know what that video is. I think he put it in the Discord chat as well.
Oh.
I'll have to go and find it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much to the chat. This was great. This helps me because I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't feeling well leading into this. I almost didn't want to do it. I had no pain for it's almost 4 hours now. It takes my mind off it. It really helps me. So I really appreciate you guys being here to give me people to talk to and take me out of myself. And then the chat helps too, just answering questions or talking to the chat. So this really helps me. So I hope you guys had fun, chat and guests. And maybe we'll do it again next week after I've seen Superman every day of the week, twice, 10 times.
I hope you love it. I really do.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I appreciate that, you guys. That really it really makes me feel better. And we will leave with my Baturdays theme song. Thanks to both Beyond Comics and Batmantha for being here. This was a lot of fun. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Baturdays. Baturdays.